Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Director Watch, an AwardsWatch podcast and attempts to get inside the mind of cinema's greatest auteurs, explore what drives them, and maybe we go on a few unrelated tangents along the way. I'm Ryan McQuade, the executive editor here at AwardsWatch, and joining me, as always, is the road warrior himself, my co-host, Jay Ledbetter.
Ryan, it's fun to have a first on our podcast. I feel like we've been podcasting for so long. It's rare that there's a first when we record, but this is the first episode that I have spoiled on a previous episode. We're talking the Book of Eli.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
Whose twist I completely gave away because I forgot it was a twist in the last episode when we were just talking about what was coming up next.
Yeah, we were literally promoting what was coming next.
I forgot it was a twist.
I mean, how can you, after watching, you rewatched this, I assume, yes?
I rewatched it. In my mind, the whole plot of the story is the twist.
And then
that's all I thought of it as.
But then it is the twist.
It is a very...
It's very twisty.
Explicitly a twist, yes. It's a reveal.
When you say that, and now you know that, you got to just like straight up apologize to everybody.
No, I feel good about it. I think it was the right thing to do.
I forgot literally how much of a twist it is and how sure of itself it is that this twist is a twist.
And how sure it is that it logically tracks, which maybe it doesn't completely. We'll talk about it.
I mean, we'll talk about it. We're here to talk about the Book of Eli, our last film in our Hughes Brothers series.
Yeah.
It's a quick one. This is going to be probably the easiest
the last
ranking.
Films the brothers did together.
It's going to be the easiest ranking I think we've ever done.
We're going to have an identical ranking.
I think. You think so?
I think so.
Okay. Are we?
Maybe one flip.
Maybe one flip.
I think it's going to be identical, though.
I think it's going to be a flip in the middle. I think we will have the sandwich maybe flipped, but I think we will have the bread the same. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I absolutely think that's true.
Do you like your meat on top or do you like your cheese on top? That's a real question.
If you put your cheese on bottom, you're a pervert. That's just a fact.
Do you think so?
Yes, 100%.
Wait, what's like your favorite go-to deli meat?
A deli meat? Are you saying
like a sandwich filling?
When I'm looking out for myself or when I'm just really letting it rip?
I don't really care about you taking care of yourself. I want you to have a good time.
That's a good point. I just love ham, man.
Yeah, ham's good.
Love a ham. What do you think about a Monte Cristo?
Well, that's too much.
You think it's too much?
I think it's too much. And then
I think that's a fair
syrup,
take. It's a lot.
The syrup and the powdered sugar, that's too much. And then they deep fry it. It's like, and coming from like the land of deep frying. It can be a
special indulgence, though.
It is. It can. I feel like that's a fork and knife situation.
Again, pervert.
I mean, it's just going to be a mess.
It is a mess, undeniably.
But when done right, it can be a nice treat.
How do you feel? This came up recently for me. How do you feel about an egg on a burger?
Oh, like a sunny side up egg?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could go for it. It's good.
I think I'm anti.
Are you anti yolk?
The yolk is the problem. You talk about messy.
Yeah, I mean that's fair, but also sometimes like if your bun's dry, you need some moisture.
Well,
and you don't like mayo, and you're not a mustard guy, I don't think.
No, I like mustard.
Okay, you like mustard.
And light mayo is fine, ish.
I thought you said you don't like it.
I don't.
But why are you trying to compromise? We've established this on the show
for the sake of moisture. I think I can deal with it, and I do like a lot of mayo-based things.
Like what? Like an aioli.
I love an aioli.
Do you like it in
sauce? Love it.
You're a grown man and you just said fucking horsey sauce.
I love horsey sauce.
Yeah, I mean, like I guess it's in like Chick-fil-A sauce, right?
Yeah, it's in a bunch of stuff.
It's like in the Raising Cane
Chick-fil-A
sauce.
sauce is maybe the best sauce.
Ooh, is it better than? Is it the cane?
700 calories a teaspoon.
Do you think the cane sauce is better than Chick-fil-A sauce or the other way around?
I just have so much more experience with Chick-fil-A sauce.
Well, yeah, you're like in the mecca of Chick-fil-A.
More affinity of it, yeah.
Yeah. Eric's probably like, how
I'm in Chick-fil-A HQ.
talk about Chick-fil-A on this
Yeah.
podcast network.
Well, Eric does not like the food, but he buys it
Loves,
because of what they represent.
yeah, the politics.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, it's weird because he's a gay man, but it's like, hey, just
Keep us in check.
take away our rights
Keep
a
us
little
in
bit.
check,
I
you
don't
know?
know. Yeah. I like how he's not here to defend himself. It's just you and me here today, Jay.
Yeah.
But wait, that was back to the Monte Cristo thing real quick. That was
Mhm.
something that was brought up recently.
No, no, not that. It was the egg on a burger thing.
Oh, okay. There was the England burger. I was like, God damn, you're having some great but weird conversations. I mean, they're
Yeah.
wonderful for the show, but so you wouldn't.
Is World War II talked about enough is something I bring up
I know
almost
you.
every day now.
You know what? I brought it up the other night.
What was the verdict?
And I talked a little bit about it with you, and the verdict was, I think it was my mom said it. Your friend's crazy. So I
No.
think that's, you know,
Ryan, I'm sure she's lovely. Your mother is a fool.
hey, that's not nice. I mean, she's entitled to her opinion. I think it was her that said it. Now you just call my mom a fool, and I don't even know.
I said it with all due respect.
You said it with love. That's what it is. No, I mean, wait, do you have like it's like a breakfast sandwich? Like if you had it with, like if you had a breakfast sandwich and it was with a sunny side egg rather than a scrambled, that's what you want if you had an egg in there?
I'm so scrambled pilled. I
You
gotta
really
be
are.
honest. Yeah.
But like a fried egg is great, buddy.
It can be
It's
certainly
really good.
steak and eggs. Obviously, I'm
But
getting
also
that.
too, you can like if the yolk goes on the plate, then you can use like your fries, or you could, use your
Scoop
burger.
up the yolk.
Yeah, you could scoop it up.
That's fair.
It's a
But
good.
if it's a handheld item and all of a sudden I got yolk on my hands,
Yeah, yeah.
it's tough.
It's tough.
A lot of
It's
people
tough.
like it.
But I think you just gotta. You know what? When was the last time you had one?
Oh, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
I did
Um,
have a delicious ham and egg croissant this weekend. It was,
did you
but the
make it?
yolk was fully cooked through, so no
So it was
runny
like a
yolk.
over hard egg.
Yes, yeah, an
Okay.
over hard situation.
Yeah. Well, those are good too in their own way.
Oh yeah, I love them.
A little salt and pepper action.
Yeah.
Did you have cheese on it?
Oh yeah, of course.
I think we're just getting our listeners really hungry
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
for
Hungry for film analysis.
books and the books of Eli. Jay, this is not the first time we've talked about Denzel Washington.
Certainly not. I was trying to think, is he the most talked about actor in our
I was thinking like
career?
Denzel, Julianne Moore, maybe.
Just because of Haynes?
Haynes. Trying to think who else.
I mean, honestly, the one that we talk about the most is probably Spacey. But that's not the movies that we're covering. That's
We're not
just
talking about your friends anymore. We're talking about the
it.
film.
Or honestly,
analysis.
it's Caviezel.
Yeah, I think that guy's. If you see his like chart on on IMDb moving up in the upwards of mentions,
Just because of
it's
us.
just 'cause of
And
this stupid
you're
fucking show.
welcome.
Yeah, he's not going to be in Passion of the Christ too.
What
You
a
heard about
shame.
that? What a shame. Him and Mel had a falling out.
JC.
I thought, you know what? There's only one man that could get them together, probably to get it resolved. It's probably Donald Trump.
It's probably the Donald.
Yeah. But Denzel, working with the Hughes brothers. It's the last film that they did together. They have since gone their separate ways. I'm assuming Thanksgiving's good for them. But you never know.
I do always wonder. But I mean, the big one right now is the Safdies, where Benny basically wouldn't even acknowledge his brother when he was accepting an award at Venice, right?
How do you think Joel and Ethan are?
Aren't they maybe doing something together? Isn't
Yeah,
that
aren't they?
maybe
Isn't it?
happening?
Well, I know Joel's doing a movie with Josh O'Connor.
Yeah.
But then after that, I think they might do something once Ethan's done doing this bad trilogy of movies that he's doing.
I still haven't seen the new Ethan.
Oh, you don't need to. Did you see the last one?
I'm gonna watch
Did you
it.
see the last one?
That one was what was that one called?
But that was oh god. Well, the new one's called Honey Don't, and the last one was called,
Was of course called
and I can't remember.
baby something
Baby, baby, Drive Away Dolls.
drive away
Drive
dolls. I
Away
was
Dolls.
thinking a baby
Jesus,
driver.
I was thinking a baby girl for half a second. Different
Yeah, drive
movies.
away dolls I saw. And that was one where after I watched it, I was like, oh, okay, so I understand who came up with the burn after reading sex chair thing. But
but
that
then
was
you,
sort of
but then
the
you're
extent
like,
of my analysis and thought about that film.
but then you also watched the movie and you went, oh, I understand who really was the driving force behind No
Well,
Country for Old Men. Um,
I mean, you do watch
there are
the
more,
Macbeth tragedy of Macbeth, and then you watch Drive Away Dolls,
and
and
you're like,
you do think to yourself, okay, I get the divide here. I get
yeah.
who does what.
But I get also like when you watch a movie like A Serious Man, I get the comedic bits of that, but
Well,
then I
yeah, then
also
you
get
watch, you
the
think about Fargo, and you're
yeah,
like, oh, a perfect blend.
yeah. Or you watch Inside Llewyn Davis, or you watch
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
yeah, you just watch yeah. Oh, their little peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah.
But which do you like? We're getting into food again. Which do you prefer more? Do you like a little bit more chocolate, or do you like a little bit more peanut butter?
Whichever one Joel is.
I think as I've gotten older, I've become more of a peanut butter guy. I like a peanut butter,
Yeah.
so I would say that's Joel. And chocolate,
Yeah. I've never been a huge chocolate guy.
I think peanut butter is like a richer, more like profound thing
I
than
like peanut butter
chocolate.
in general. A Reese's peanut butter cup, that thing nowadays makes my dang teeth hurt. It's so good, but it is so sweet.
It's so gummy, like you know what I mean.
It's
Like it's
no, I
gooey,
mean it's
gooey.
delicious. I mean
It's
it's a 10 out of 10.
yeah. We should start rating candy on this
I
show.
feel my dentist bill
What's the
rising when I
worst
eat it, but it's
candy?
great. The worst candy?
Yeah, I've had this conversation
Oh,
before.
you're
Well, we
going
just
worst
well, we
candy.
just got through Halloween last week. I'm
We
curious
did.
what the worst candy is.
Can I tell you something? I
Well,
recently
yeah, that's what this podcast is all
it
about.
was
You
my
telling me
wife's it was
things.
my wife's birthday, and this is, of course, a podcast about the Book of Eli. It was my wife's birthday this
Was a
weekend.
lot.
We went on a date,
Why didn't you tell me? I could have
and
got her something.
well, you don't need to do that, my friend.
Well, she's my friend.
I know. But
Some would say we're better
we
friends than you and me.
that is absolutely true.
That's
She would
absolutely true.
absolutely say the same. But
Yeah.
we went to
So we
a
had to put up with you.
wonderful sushi dinner.
Oh, I love a sushi. What'd you get?
It was well, we got
You got some rolls?
what did we get first? We got this they called it an avocado ball. It was like tuna
Ooh,
with
tuna.
caviar rolled up in an avocado. I mean, it
Oh,
was
all right.
incredible.
I'm seeing how fancy you guys are getting.
Yeah, and then we split one roll. It was a wagyu roll.
Ooh,
So it was a cooked steak roll, which is not exactly what you think of when you think of sushi, but it
it's
was
like a hot sushi.
yeah, it was a hot sushi. It was fully cooked
I'm
steak.
I'm not being facetious out there, folks. I think it literally is a hot sushi, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a hot sushi, and it
Yeah,
was a hot sushi night.
you know.
But then we were just walking around. It was a part of town that we don't hang out in terribly often, and we found a wine store,
Okay.
and they had a wine tasting. They do a weekly rotating wine tasting, and for Halloween week, they had a wine tasting with a candy pairing. So each wine came with like a little candy.
That
One was a
sounds
Haribo, one was a Rolo, and the other one
fascinating.
was candy corn, which
Okay.
is something that I have disparaged very often in the past. Not really a candy corn guy, but I will say eating 4 pieces of candy corn every year, it's good. Like I enjoyed it. I don't want to overindulge, but my memory of candy corn at this point in the year 2025, having eaten 4 pieces in the last 365 days, I think I'm pro. Because that I think is one of the more common answers for what is the worst candy.
I
But
think it's
I don't think that.
I think it's those like what are those the packing peanuts or whatever or whatever the
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
the candy peanuts, whatever
The
those
the
things are
candy
called.
peanut, yeah. I think those are terrible.
I'm guessing I could
I,
think of something
I'd
worse
rather
than
just
that.
have a fucking peanut. Like I'm not a butterscotch guy anymore.
that it just the gumminess of it.
Mm. It's
It
just,
it's just hard.
yeah. But I love a gummy.
Look, I'm a gummy fiend.
Do you like the nerd clusters?
Oh, absolutely. Who do you think you're talking to?
I'm just
Circus peanuts,
asking,
that's
like
what they're called.
it's becoming the popular item again.
They're unbelievable.
They're unbelievable. They're insane. Have you ever freeze dried them?
No.
People have been doing that too. It's kind of weird. I wouldn't recommend it. Just have it normal.
I'm looking at the list of worst candies. They have milk duds on here, which again, that's just a pure every time I eat a milk dud, it tastes delicious, but it feels like a tooth is about to get pulled out of my mouth.
Yeah, it feels like a dentist could come and scream at my face at any moment.
Tootsie Roll, not really into a
No,
Tootsie Roll.
that's incorrect. Tootsie Rolls are good. I'm not
They're
gonna stand for
fine.
that shit. They're better than.
Licorice obviously is a very that's one of those famously.
Ooh, I know like people like Eric and I think Sophia and I think my wife like licorice, but then I'm not a big licorice guy.
I don't care
Are
for
you a
licorice. I'm
licorice
currently
guy?
looking at a list that has raisinets on the list, which disqualifies that list.
I'm a
Raisinets
licorice pizza guy.
rock.
I'm a
You are
licorice
a
pizza
licorice
guy.
pizza guy because you love.
Don't do it.
All
Don't
right, so
do it.
Book of Eli is a film
Yes.
starring Denzel Washington.
Yes, it does. And Gary Oldman. First time I think we've talked about Oldman on the show.
I think this might be the first
First
voyage
time.
into Oldman Land.
Yes, we are. And what a film to talk about, Gary Oldman. Mila Kunis, and a bunch of other cast of characters. Uh, Jay, last week we talked about From Hell.
Yeah, movie
Uh,
star.
yeah. We're going from Johnny Depp to Denzel Washington. And
Talk about a glow up.
talk about, yeah, you think so? By the way, before we really do, I just got to get your thoughts. What do you think of the Ty West, Ebenezer Scrooge, Johnny Depp movie?
They're building out a pretty decent cast.
The Ian McKellen, Tremel Tillman.
I mean, look,
Had-
2 for 2 in that last sentence you said.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll
Who's
be
starring in that?
Tremel Tillman, Ian McKellen, and Johnny
Who's the
Depp.
other one?
Johnny Depp.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
3 for 3.
Uh,
Unproblematic Kings.
Jay, I know that you've seen this movie before
Yes, saw it in
and
theaters.
saw it
That
in
was the last time I
theaters.
saw it.
Exactly. Same here. And was there, I mean, you are the research guy around here.
Yeah.
Was there much of any research in between as to why From Hell to this took so long for them to make another film? And then, and then was there reasons why they made this movie?
I honestly couldn't find a ton about why the long hiatus.
Mm,
I know they were sort of kind of trying to do other stuff without knowing a ton of details necessarily on it.
okay.
Uh
This is really great for the podcast.
yeah, this is great. They did what? The Knights of South Bronx Alan did, which was a TV movie. I know nothing about that. Apparently it starred Ted Danson.
Mhm.
Incredible, great, probably awesome. And the film itself was not as much as you might kind of think it was based on a graphic novel or a comic book or something. It was a wholly original work from the writer of After Earth. So,
Mm.
a great pedigree behind it. It Gary Whitta, who wrote After Earth and developed the story for Rogue One. So we're talking about a real genius here. Sorry, apologies to Gary. Okay,
Yeah,
he's probably a nice guy,
he's
but
he's probably nice.
it was he submitted the original script. It was sort of tossed around and shored up until production. But the most interesting thing that I read about this film was an interview with both of the brothers where they were extremely candid. They're a great interview. It was in Variety that I read the interview, and one of the brothers, and apologies, I cannot recall which one. They just asked him, "Oh, I heard you're an atheist," and he was like, "Yeah, I'm definitely an atheist." And then you watch this movie, and for 80% of it, you could mistake it for something written by the director but directed by Kirk Cameron or something. You could really be like, oh, this is a man possessed by a spirit higher than him. And then you hear one of the brothers be like, "Oh yeah, I'm definitely an atheist, but I made this movie." And that I think is one of the more interesting elements of the film. The other brother said, I wouldn't say I'm an atheist, but I'm just like broadly spiritual. And I think denying the influence that Christianity has had on any American's life is sort of denying what like your upbringing, which is an interesting take.
I
Not
mean, it
sure I
is.
fully
Yeah.
agree with it.
I mean, like,
Well,
well, I
certainly,
mean,
I mean, yeah. Western Christian values are certainly what the country is built on.
yes.
Whether you extend that to spirituality and your relationship with the greater universe is something that can be debated and something that
I think a lot of
different
people,
people will have different perspectives on.
yeah, I think a lot of artists, that I've listened
I
to
mean, my
and
favorite director of all time is Terrence Malick, so
yeah, but
you ain't
a
got to
lot.
tell me.
Well, no, I mean, like, there's a lot of people that, I mean, like, I was watching the Scorsese doc,
Mm-hmm.
and
It was a Catholic man.
that's a Catholic man dealing with the ramifications of his religion and
I believe he made a movie called
spirituality.
Silence that talks about that
That and I
fairly
mean the
explicitly.
passion, the Last Temptation of Christ.
Oh yes,
Uh,
that film as
yeah,
well.
yeah, and it was criticized heavily for even attempting to make it, even
Yeah.
though I think that he is one of the. I mean, we talked about it with a little bit with Verhoeven. Like we're talking about these guys that are very much scholars and personal scholars and also just deeply embedded within the religious text and it is their lives. But then you also have filmmakers that are very interested in spirituality that don't necessarily have to have a religion attached to it. And so, not and so I actually kind of find that interesting, Jay, about making a movie like this because you could call it that, you could call it, a movie that is very, I guess, pro religion. But then I think also there's another way of looking at it, which is I think, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But anyway,
They describe it as mythological,
I think that that's fair to
as sort
honestly
of
describe it as well.
an Iliad to a certain extent, a
Yeah,
real representation of something greater than the characters, but not necessarily something that reflects reality,
yeah,
which is interesting. And obviously, the imagery at the end of the film of this recited Bible being placed next to the Quran and the Torah is something that would probably piss a lot of people off and probably something that a lot of people would find very inspiring. And so, in that regard, it is a very thoughtful movie in a lot of ways, but it's, we'll talk about overall what the movie represents. And it is it's an interesting movie, man, because in my memory, what it was a stupid action
action film,
movie about Denzel Washington chopping people's arms off.
and it has that.
And it is that, but it's also other stuff.
It's got other shit in it, and I think that that's really interesting. And it's for me, weirdly, a little bit of a return to form, to some more interesting material for the Hughes brothers than what we were doing last week. And
Then From Hell, but I
yeah,
mean, maybe not interesting material, but interesting execution, which I'm not even sure that's entirely true. But
I
I
think
mean,
it's a
From
more
Hell is a Alan Moore graphic novel, one of the most kind of transgressive,
yeah.
thoughtful writers in general of his generation. And then this is some pulpy action movie made by a hack.
I know,
Apologies again.
but it also kind of feels like they can embed themselves
It
in
definitely feels
this
like there's
text
more meat
more.
that they're chewing on
Yeah,
this one than in From Hell.
and also just helps having a movie star that knows what
This
the
movie
fuck
you
they're
could
doing.
call From Heaven.
Yeah, Jay, god damn it. All right. On that note, I'm just gonna wrap up the show after that. No, I'm just kidding. Jay, this was a rewatch for you. Like I said, your
Yeah.
thoughts on the Book of Eli?
First rewatch since the year of 2010, certainly. And it
15
is,
years. That's
yeah,
crazy.
it's been a long time.
It's been a
This
while,
this
man.
movie got its learner's permit this year, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, you gotta need
Got behind the wheel.
needs an
Still needs
adult
an
to
adult in
go.
the car,
It needs an adult to go on the highway.
but it's behind the wheel.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
This is a movie watching it in 2025 that feels so of a certain era. and I was trying to think what really spawned that era. This was I kept thinking about a handful of movies and works of art. The one that I think might have sparked this era, and it's certainly in the wake of 9/11, Iraq War. I think that has a lot to do with it. But the one work that I kept coming back to was The Road, Cormac McCarthy's The Road, which was sort of the dawn of the meandering post-apocalyptic wanderer era. There was this, there was I Am Legend, there was The Walking Dead, there of course was the Road film itself, and there are others that I'm not even remembering off the top of my head.
Well, it's the thing, like, I mean, we were towards the end of a lot of the introspective, also like 9/11 films. And I think that,
Right, we went from like literal 9/11 to the emotional wake of 9/11.
yeah. And I think like we started then tapping into like post-apocalyptic, zombie-esque,
Zombies were coming up
or
huge.
killing it in this era. And just
You
really,
could even go back to 28 Days Later. I
yeah,
mean,
I think,
28 Weeks, which came out, I think, a year or two before this movie.
yeah. And I just think that there was just something in the era of just like the world is ending because of the choices that we have made as a collective
And I
society.
feel alone.
I mean, shit. There was a whole movie based off of the damn Mayan calendar thing, the 2012 movie, and there's like Roland Emmerich's built an entire empire off of end of the world kind of shit. But yeah, I mean, like it's honestly, it's
That's
all,
more blockbuster,
yeah.
but yes.
But this is all kind of come back around. Yeah, I think you're right. Like The Road, which is I think also all of this is very much back
You like The
to.
Road, the movie?
I love the book. The
I
book's
love the book.
maybe one of my favorite books I've ever read. I know that that's a very like, oh, of course you're going to say that, Ryan, but it just is. And then the
A
movie
Texan who likes Cormac McCarthy?
McCarthy, yeah, I'm like,
Don't say.
you mean water is wet? But the movie itself is pretty much a copy paste,
The movie
and
is okay.
it is. I don't know how you
Very
adapt.
hard book to adapt.
I don't know how you adapt that book. It is not as straightforward as you think, and it's pretty standard. Like it's just a book of through a child's perspective and atmosphere, and
It's a lot
it's
about the prose,
yeah, it really is. Like it's not like No Country for Old Men where there's a
which was
chase
originally
and
a screenplay
yes,
and then turned
and
into a book.
so I think that like
Is
McCarthy's
that the
books are
only
really
McCarthy work? No, they did.
All the Pretty Horses.
Yes, All the Pretty Horse.
Um,
Movie I've not seen.
it's fine. You really have to, I don't know, have generational writers and directors fucking maybe making the adaptations for these things. But hot
But you
take.
know what we did get?
What?
The Counselor,
We did get The Counselor. That is
which
correct.
rules.
Which is a very, very good movie. But no, I just think that this all kind of is born and raised off of
Cormac
the
McCarthy dead,
original.
correct?
Yes, yes, he did.
Okay, interesting.
Off the original apocalyptic nightmare film, awesome film, which is the Mad Max movies, and I think that
Very Mad Maxy,
very Mad Maxy. And then that's kind of what's very funny
but
about
more
this is
gray,
all these movies are happening.
brown.
Yeah, all of this, right? That's like my background tonight of this movie, right, Jay? And then about 6 years later, he comes back and it's like, no, this is how
Yeah.
you're really supposed to do it. And he has things to say, which is very funny. But anyway,
Well, even Terminator Salvation had this aesthetic
oh
and
my
this
God.
vibe to it. That was a movie I
Holy
thought about
shit.
fairly regularly watching this.
It
Was
really did
Terminator
have the
Salvation.
the color palette of that movie. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
this was huge at the time, and it does for that reason really put me back into late high school. That's what I thought about when I watched this movie was just, oh man, I used to go to the stupidest movies ever at midnight just to get out of the house and go see them.
You saw Terminator Salvation in the theaters?
Oh hell yeah. Midnight screening
Can I
Thursday
tell you
night.
how? Can I tell you? I saw the movie twice in the theaters.
Did you?
Yeah,
That says a lot about you, I think.
I think it was, but I think it was also like I gotta get out of the house.
But we were so in on bail at that time.
Yeah, and was like, and I think the thing was, it was like, and well, you were big on McG. but
Oh yeah, they
yeah,
used to call
still
me
are.
McJ.
Mc,
I was such a big fan.
not McJ. No, I just I think you're right. Like it was Bale, and it was also just like, okay, this kind of feels like interesting that they're going to the Terminator franchise at like towards the towards really the war, and then the movie is maybe one of the most boring, soulless
Very boring.
films ever made. Fucking awful
How many
movie.
good Terminator movies are there? Two?
Yes,
I mean, I think it's two. I think all the
it's
other ones are bad. All of
it's
them.
Terminator Genesis. No, I'm just kidding. It's the first and second one. It's the one that a certain man named James Cameron directed and wrote.
Big Jim.
I'm excited for that Avatar movie, man. You
I
know,
am too.
yeah,
I
I
love
got
Way of Water.
that movie rules.
So
I,
good.
you know, and that's saying a lot because we did not like the first one.
No, I still don't like the
We know
first
I
one.
still don't like the first one, but I think it's, you know what it is. The first one's such an exposition dump. Then he gets to do all the cool shit in the second one, and I think he's just going to keep doing cool shit in
Lance
the next
Sigourney
one.
Weaver plays a teenager.
Is
That's
that
the
one
other
of?
thing about it.
Is that the most insane character of the decade?
In movie history. It's right up there with Martin Short in
Clifford.
Clifford.
Okay,
Yeah,
well that's fair. No, I think you're not wrong. Anyway, Book of Eli.
she's pulling a Clifford.
Talk about Book of Eli, please.
Yeah, Book of Eli is a film that I think has a lot of superficial things to like about it. There
Hmm.
are some good kind of early wide shot action sequences where Denzel is in shadow and he very clearly has a stunt double working for him. But also just the sheer presence of Denzel. When you watch it in hindsight, knowing the twist, and I guess now I will just warn everyone, even though I spoiled it at the end of last week's episode, forgetting that it was a twist.
If you didn't
Now
listen to last
we'll
week's,
just talk about the twist.
if you didn't listen to last week's episode, don't worry, Chase got you. He's gonna do it right now.
In my memory, the twist was just the plot of the movie. I truly just thought that this was a movie about a
How?
blind man in the post-apocalypse
Well, it becomes that
who is obsessed with the Bible.
after the fucking twist. It becomes that.
Right.
Yeah.
But in my memory, I was like, well, yeah, obviously he's blind. He loves the Bible.
Yeah.
That's his book.
That-
But it turns out that both of those things are sort of the twist of the movie. So there you go. And now knowing that, it is fun watching movies that have these big twists and just thinking about, okay, does everything leading up to that twist make sense?
yeah.
And I just watched The Sixth Sense for spooky season,
Oh,
and I
great,
thought
great movie.
largely the stuff leading up to that giant twist makes sense, certainly from an emotional standpoint.
Maybe the greatest twist in
There are some
modern
times
era.
where you're like,
Yeah.
these people are just like standing there, and it doesn't always make sense, but it entirely works in the context of that movie. In this movie, I'm just like, he's looking at people in the eyes. What are we doing? I mean,
He's closing doors. He's getting trays. He's grazing, letting bullets graze him like it's nothing. He's got perfect scope on those on his guns. It's crazy.
knowing that he is supposed to be blind over the course of this film requires a suspension of disbelief not seen since Michael Jordan extending his arm 75 feet to dunk in Space Jam.
On the Monstars,
Yes.
a truly legitimate team still.
I mean, am I wrong? Isn't it just crazy watching it for a second time?
it is
And
it is because you see other blind characters in the film and they have the typical how
but I
people
guess
do
that's
their
just this otherworldly power working
is that
through
because
him.
is that because which is this when this movie gets really silly, is it that mean that the power of God is giving him essentially not the ability to see but the ability to disguise that he can't see? Like, is that what's going on as to why he can like literally be like a video game and do like he's Daredevil, just
He is Daredevil.
I
That
mean,
is
like,
true.
I mean, I'm
there's the
not.
one in the first fight scene. He's like, you know what? The best thing about not having soap is, you can smell marauders from miles away.
Yeah, and he's
And
like,
then they jump in. It's like, oh,
oh,
what
and
a
then
tease.
he goes literally in the darkness under the underpass so that
Hmm.
he can see better, right?
Yeah, it's a
And
very
that's where he
silly
finds it.
film.
It's a very silly film, but that it's also got some really interesting stuff, I think.
I don't know that it has interesting stuff in it.
I think it is from
It's
their
very
stand.
silly.
I think from their standpoint, it's a very interesting film. I think it is a interesting movie to watch right now because, for God's sakes, in 15 years ago, Jay, not to steal your thunder and your thoughts here,
Hmm.
but like 15 years ago, we weren't banning books. We weren't even this fucking close to the apocalypse and stuff. Like we're banning books now. We're
Not the
locking
Bible.
people up. No, I mean honestly, it's any other book but the Bible. I saw the Da Vinci Code on Gary Oldman's desk. I'm like, that's a book that's banned. That's on the
When are we
list.
doing Ron Howard?
Oh man, you know
Let's
that's
just do a Langdon series. Let's
the
just do
Langdon
the
movies.
Robert Langdon books.
There's actually one good movie in there. I think.
I don't think I've seen any of those.
I think the Angels and Demons movie is pretty good.
I liked that book, I must
Yeah,
say.
it's a really
A fun,
fun,
twisty, pulpy
stupid
book.
movie. Yeah, and it's fun. Um, it's a better Conclave movie than Conclave,
Interesting.
and
Tom Hanks has got really believable hair in that movie. That's
he's
what I
got it
like
in all
about
of
it.
them, man.
Yeah.
That you got to brush that some bitch. You know what I mean? But like, no, I think the interesting things for me that I didn't realize in the first one is this struggle between the idea of what a world without that book would mean, and the idea of that people would do what they do now with it and have done with it, and generally not just in our lifetimes, Jay, but throughout history.
Well,
I mean,
Carnegie's whole idea is
is
that this will control people if
is
I
to
have
weaponize
access
them.
to this book.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's no different than slavery. It's no different than the civil right and the racism in the civil rights movement. It's
When
no different than
when viewed dogmatically, it is a mind control tool, and
yeah.
then when it is viewed as a piece of literature, it
It's
is
a
viewed as something beautiful to
and that
be
can heal.
preserved.
Yeah,
You know what?
exactly.
Maybe there is some interesting stuff going on in this
There's some
movie.
interesting things there, and
Yeah.
having the literal savior of this book being then in America being a black man who can't see,
Hmm.
but that can find the beauty in this, and then you have this just rabid dog of Oldman chasing after it and really wanting it because he just wants it. Like that's the idea too. The idea of you don't want this because you're a believer or that you share these beliefs or that you're interested in teaching this to your people. No, you want it because you feel like
He
you're
wants to be a
entitled to have
god.
it.
He wants to be
Yeah,
a
and then you want to
messenger.
be
He wants
yeah,
to
you want
control
to
people.
own people.
Hmm.
And and so that was I didn't pick up on that in the beginning, like when I first saw the film, because I was like you. I walked into that movie. We were in high school at the time, buddy, and I was just like, for God's sakes, I'm here to just watch Denzel Washington chop people up left and right, like in the trailer suggested.
Hmm.
So I find the film to be a little bit
A
interesting,
weird movie for Denzel.
a very weird movie for Denzel to be a part of. Like it
Hmm.
is a astonishingly weird movie for him to be a part of. It's the same year as I believe Unstoppable, if I'm or close to it. Or no, it's Unstoppable a couple years
It
later.
is the same year as Unstoppable.
Yes, thank you very much. I know what I'm talking about sometimes on the
And
show.
I guess Deja Vu was a sci-fi movie as well.
Came out before this.
It was before that, but I'm
Oh,
just thinking he doesn't
was that
do
oh 08?
oh 06, my friend.
Oh 06? Shit. I was
But
off.
he generally does fairly traditional, not super genre-y sci-fi
No.
fantasy type stuff. He just doesn't really do that.
He hasn't done, I think,
He
kind
does
of
Man with a Gun movies,
he does Man with a Gun movies, and this is kind of this is Man with a Blade movie, to be fair.
but it's Man with a post-apocalyptic
A Man with a Book.
blade.
The book. And so I kind of find that I kind of feel like this is him doing Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, he's doing Tom Hanks and Finch.
No, I think he's doing like
Doing
his
Clint Eastwood? I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
it definitely this is a movie very
like
indebted.
a
less-
man that rides into town,
Yeah.
has
No,
made,
absolutely. I mean,
it's
the
very
good, the
not
bad,
the
and the
Leone,
ugly. The
not not the stylization of those movies, but the bones of what those characters represent. What Clint
And it has a
lived on that.
lot of direct imagery
Yeah,
kind of stolen from those kinds of movies. It
which
is
is
definitely
fine.
a loving homage to
Yeah.
classic westerns in a lot of ways through the lens of gray, brown
Well, it's got that.
2010s sci-fi movies.
It's got that. It's got Road Warrior sort of inside of it as well too. Like it has those genre elements to it, but it does have that tug and pull of spirituality, which I find in the concepts of not just in 2010, but honestly now it's very fascinating to watch this chase for knowledge and a chase for book and a chase for the truth and what is and who has the power over that now. Is it women? Is it people of color, or is it these disgusting ravenous men who have traditionally had that power for
Or is the entire
centuries?
point that no
Or no one should
one
have that.
person or no group should have that
I think
power?
that that's the
And that it
point
is
that
about this collective
Eli's trying to
idea
make.
of
Yeah,
finding the truth, which is the conclusion that the movie comes
yeah,
to.
exactly. Which I find to be very interesting. And then you're saying that shot of like the King James Bible next to these other texts. It's like, yes, because that's what humanity is. It's not about one book. It's about all books, about all knowledge. It's about all
Yeah, and then you say
people.
that sentence out loud, and I start basically rolling my eyes. But
I know I know, but like in the practice of the film, it's actually subtle. And
it does work in subtle is an overstatement, but
I mean,
it
it's
does
just putting
work
a
in
book
the
on a
context of
shelf.
the movie.
That's all it's
Yeah,
doing is putting a book on a shelf. Like it's
right.
nothing, but when you say it out, yeah, it's like, oh God. All right.
It
Where
is a little
where
that.
do you want me to donate? You know what I mean? Like I get it, but I mean, it's kind of the world we hope to strive for, even though we've stumbled all the way across the barren wasteland to get there. So yeah, I think it's it's also got its problems, and we'll talk about those. I think the pacing in the middle of this movie is when it becomes more of an actiony thing. It's like it's honestly a movie that has is like what it's like an hour 50, and it's a
Yeah,
plot that's only about an hour 20. Like it really is not that
yeah.
it's really not that much to this movie in terms of where it needs to go. It
It's
just
not. There's not much to it,
it's not much
plot
to
wise or
yeah.
thematically, really.
And it's not in terms of
There's only two memorable characters in the whole movie,
no. And
with
yeah,
apologies to Mila Kunis.
well, I mean, do you have to apologize to her? I mean, she's not really that great in the film. Um
You know who's just a gorgeous person? I'm sorry for taking it this direction.
you mean important person? Are
Important
they
person.
important? Thank you.
Jennifer Beals is like a beautiful person.
Yeah. Yes. She's very, very beautiful.
Anyways, back to the film.
Very important for you, I guess.
Oh,
Uh,
very important.
Very important. Okay. Have you seen her in other things?
Well, Devil in a Blue Dress, of course.
Oh yes. Yes. Yeah.
Um,
Jay, have you watched the L Word?
haven't seen the L Word.
Do you know what that is?
I do know what it is. I feel like if I describe it, it will come off poorly on for me.
I don't
But I
know.
am familiar with it conceptually.
I kind of want you to
And then of
describe
course
it.
Flashdance. I
Oh
mean,
yeah. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
it's Flashdance for God's
She's a
sakes.
very pretty lady.
There you go. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
What's she been
But
in recently?
what's she been in recently?
Yeah.
New seasons of the revived L Word
Oh, L
Generation
Word's
Q.
back.
Yeah. Yeah, the L Word's been back, buddy.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I think you're gonna have to catch up, write a whole piece about it. Gotta get the definitive take from you.
Okay, I'll get
You
back
ready?
to you on that one.
You ready for that?
Yeah, we'll talk about that after the
That's
episode.
70 episodes of the original series, and then it is 28 more. So you're talking about 98 episodes of television there.
What is the L Word?
Are you really asking that, or are you
No, I'm
just
not.
okay? I was like, buddy,
I'm just being
uh,
annoying.
well, I mean, you're not.
Showtime.
But anyway, yeah, do you have Showtime?
No.
Okay.
Well,
Do you have?
Showtime is Paramount.
Yeah. Do you have a?
I have P plus.
That's what you're calling it these days?
I don't know what to call it these days with Mr. Ellison in charge. P minus.
P minus. Oh, all right. Not a fan of Ellison, are you?
He's got some stuff that I don't necessarily agree with.
You big Barry Wise fan?
God. What episode is she coming off for?
Uh,
We don't want to reveal our future guests,
we don't want to reveal
or
it.
our
And
future series.
we have to talk about our future series. I guarantee you, she will not be on our next series. Not a fucking chance.
I don't
I don't know.
know.
I don't know. She doesn't seem like she would. I don't know. Support women.
Mm.
You know. I feel like she's.
Well, I can't wait to talk about it.
I mean, with her, she's fucking terrible. If you guys don't know who she is, John Oliver just did a giant piece on her. That's why it's dangerous that she's running CBS. Essentially, a fool running an entire news division.
But can I tell you
Don't.
something?
Oh God, damn it! What are you going to tell me?
I used to think the world of Megan Ellison because she made all those movies.
Uh huh. Yeah,
She produced The Master
she did. She did. A Phantom Thread, if I'm not mistaken.
before I knew of the Ellisons.
Yeah. So she was responsible for some great movies. Annapurna,
Yeah.
right?
True Grit,
Did she do
Spring
Vice?
Breakers.
Vice,
Yes.
which is Christian Bale, but also about Dick Cheney, who you love, and sadly you lost him
We
today.
are recording this episode on the day of Dick Cheney's death, which we will be doing a moment of silence for later in the episode.
Fuck no, we are not doing that. How did you celebrate it today?
Um, Carpet bombed my neighborhood.
I was just gonna say, watch the Book of Eli because that's exactly what he brought up on the.
Directed or executive produced The Sisters Brothers, If Beale Street Could Talk.
Yeah, yeah,
Megan Ellison been out of the game a little bit though.
can't
House of
believe-
Gucci.
yeah. Oh, she did House of Gucci.
Hmm.
You like House of Gucci.
I have a certain affinity for House
You
of
have
Gucci. Yes.
you're pro House of Gucci. Yeah.
Nimona was her last work, that animated Netflix movie.
Yes. Yes. Oh, that film.
I'm gonna call it mid.
Jay, do you want to get back on talking about the film?
She produced The Master when she was 26.
God, what are we doing
That's
with our
awesome.
lives? You know,
Well, I mean, we don't have
we don't have that
the
kind of
third
cash.
richest man in the world as her father.
What do you think of
That's
the
certainly part of
visual
it.
style of the Book of Eli?
Ugly. I would say generally ugly, just not pleasant to look at. Ryan, if we complained about, we did a whole episode about Dune 2 where we complained about the aesthetic of that movie. If you dislike the aesthetic of that movie, you have to go out of your way to talk about how abominable the look of this movie is. It looks stale. It looks diseased in ways that I don't think are entirely appropriate for what the movie is trying to portray, because in a lot of ways it is a pretty glossy movie, but it just has this very dour, dull, drab look to the entire endeavor.
Okay. I totally agree. I was watching this on my Blu-ray because I own a Blu-ray of the Book of Eli.
Okay.
Um,
That's a limited edition. They only came out with like 6 of them.
I know, and I have to, if I want to give it to somebody, I have to make them sit down and I have to scene by scene explain to them what happened in this movie. But I was kind of shocked at how ugly of a transfer this was. And if this wasn't an ugly transfer,
If it's the transfer.
and then I was just starting to think, I'm like, I think this is just the movie they shot.
I watched it on the flicks.
Did on the what?
The flicks.
The flicks. Okay. The old bum.
Bum.
Yeah, there you go. I was waiting for you to do it. Yeah. I mean, how did it look on there? Because it had to probably look 10 times worse than probably on a
Like I
Blu-ray.
said, terrible. Yeah, real
I
bad.
I thought that this movie,
It's not the compression that's the problem. It's the choices.
it's the choices that they make because
Yeah.
it's so brown and dark and gloomy looking that
It really does
everything,
feel like the road aftermath.
it really does. It feels like The Road. It feels like
Or really, I Am Legend is what they're drafting off
I
of.
think that's the other thing. I was going to say I Am Legend is really, now that movie actually you can tell looks good
Yeah,
for,
the movie looks whatever.
it looks good during the daytime because they have daytime sequences that are outside and
And
it's
they
regularly
have
shot. The night,
growth, plant life.
yeah, and it's like actually other colors other
But even
than
like you said,
gray.
Mad Max is a movie that takes place in the desert wasteland, but is
Yeah.
so vibrant and lively. And this is a film where I think very purposefully they were just like, we're going to make this as uninteresting visually as possible, purposefully, and try to weave it into the ideas that the movie was trying to portray.
Yeah,
But in the end, for me, it just looks bad and is hard to look at and loses my attention because of how monochromatic everything is.
it is one of the more frustratingly ugly films that I've seen for our series. And
The
I
blood
think
is brown.
the blood is brown. Everything is brown in this
It's all
movie.
brown.
It's all brown. And
Maybe some gray.
what's crazy about this, and this is the problem, I mean, the problem with From Hell was it's like it felt like they couldn't make a choice. And now they made a choice. And I don't approve of the choice they made. Maybe there's something symbolic about it. Maybe there isn't. I don't actually give a shit because whatever that symbolism is, it looks bad. You can't unjustify it. It's like when, a couple of years ago, if you want to travel back in time with me, Jay, we went and saw
2010, the year of the Book of Eli.
No, well, we're not going that far
Oh.
back. We're just going back to the year 2022. Okay. And you were mentioning Big Jim earlier, right?
Big Jim.
When you see a movie that has similar things to other things that are like it, it makes you question the people that are in charge. And I gotta say, when I watched Black Panther Wakanda Forever, a movie that takes place a lot underwater,
Pretty bad movie.
it's a pretty bad looking movie, let alone just the script. And then
That's the previs Marvel at its absolute worst.
worst. Then a month later, the same company releases The Way of Water.
That's barely the same company. That's Big Jim Industries.
Yeah, it really is. But well, they're getting the money. Disney's getting the money for
Can
it.
I tell you something though? You forget about Big Jim. Aquaman looks a lot better than Wakanda Forever.
For real. Not Aquaman 2, the first one with James Wan. Well, it's because James Wan's also an incredible, I think he's got good eye for aesthetics, that man.
He's got a good eye, and he just seems to be a really efficient
Filmmaker.
Hollywood filmmaker.
Now, Coogler, I'm not throwing shade at Coogler because I think Sinners
I
looks
think
really
Marvel
good.
is honestly just a whole nother deal.
I think it is Marvel because a lot of directors go in and out of those places, and I mean, like, I know you haven't seen it yet this year, but Hedda is a movie that I think is like, okay, when you watch that movie, Jay,
That's the one I haven't seen is the
Marvels. But like when
Gotta
you
get back
watch,
and watch it. I
when
can't
you watch
wait.
that movie's terrible, and then and it's devoid of even the stuff that she was doing in Candyman.
Nia DaCosta, say what you will about
She's got a good
her
eye.
other films, Candyman looks phenomenal.
Phenomenal. It's just sliced and diced by a studio. It feels like that's what it felt like to me.
It just feels like a pretty crummy screenplay,
Yeah,
but it looks great.
And Little Woods is a beautiful film.
Yep.
And I think you're really gonna like
I'm
Hedda.
excited to watch Hedda.
I think you're really because
I just watched the original. I didn't think it was very good.
that movie that she makes is luscious. It's beautiful.
Luscious.
Yeah, yeah. You like that? You like that? And also it's just got I mean Tessa Thompson, which is an
Ryan, chill out.
an important person to me.
Yeah, she's
I love Tessa Thompson. I think she's
slow your roll.
I think when she's around, man, movies are better. It's like you know when you watch when you're like, ah,
Men
damn.
in Black International.
No, but like for real, when she makes
No, I
great,
like Tessa Thompson a lot.
don't be a smart ass. Like when she makes good choices, it's like God. Okay, yeah, she made one bad movie. It's like, but for the most part, I don't think she's around enough. Like, but when she shows up and stuff, I'm like, God damn,
Man, she's 42. She looks amazing.
yeah, she looks incredible. So, but then yeah, the movie looks bad, but Denzel. That's the thing about a movie like this.
He's never bad, man.
He's never
He's just
bad
he's
in
a
these
star and
movies.
a half by himself. He's
Oh,
the
you think
best.
how much did he bump? Like, what is your rating on this? Just spoil it. It's fine. You've already spoiled the movie. You might as well spoil the bump. What
It's
is this?
a
Like, it's a three.
it's a 3. It's a 3-star movie.
Without him, it is a
It's
at
probably
best
a 2. I mean,
two.
it's a 2.
It's a two, right?
He's a full star actor.
The other half, another half star, I think is Oldman.
Oldman's fine. He's
Oldman's
doing his thing.
but it's a throwback that we hadn't seen Oldman do in a while, where he's being the like '90s villain, chewing the scenery kind
That
of
was his
shit,
thing for so long.
and he gets to do it opposite Denzel, which
This
is
was
kind of
him.
badass.
He's drafting off of what, Batman here. He
He
had a real kind of he was huge again because of Batman.
Yeah, he had Batman. He starts. Well, he had Harry Potter, which was really
Yep,
big for
also
him.
huge Harry Potter reunion in this movie, by the way.
Him and Michael Gambon, who Michael Gambon plays Dumbledore.
But
Yes.
Michael Gambon in the film is married to
Oh,
Madame Maxime
from the fourth film
from
when they have
Goblet
a
of
little
Fire.
affair or they have a
Yes.
flirtation together. Yes.
I'm a big
You're a bit.
the flirtation is between her and Hagrid, of course,
Yes, but I mean,
because they're
still.
both tall.
Yes,
They're both
that's
large
right. That's
individuals.
right. See, I don't know all the details because I'm not a
Yeah.
pothead like you, um, but yes, I think there's that. And then the following year in 2011, he gets nominated for an Oscar for Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
Good movie.
He does Dark Knight Rises. And then he gets to be Winston Churchill, win an Oscar, and then he's cemented himself as one of the great actors of all time.
I
Then
think Darkest Hour is actually a good movie. Is that a hot take?
you're a big Joe Wright defender.
I'm kind of a Joe Wright defender.
You are very big Joe on. I mean, there's only one movie you can't defend.
Well, I haven't seen Pan.
You haven't seen it, and
I
you're
haven't seen
fucking
it.
telling me that you're a big.
That might be why I'm the Joe Wright defender, is because I haven't seen it.
It's one of the worst movies ever made. I say that with all the love in my heart to you. Joe Wright would be an interesting series, wouldn't it?
It would be because he's
Because
all
then
over
we'd
the
have to
place.
talk about Pan,
Yeah.
which is going to be kind of wild. Yeah,
Pride and Prejudice is so good.
it's it's an incredible movie.
Oh
I
my
like
God, I forgot he did The Soloist.
I like Hannah a lot. I
Cyrano, we both liked.
really do like Cyrano. That movie.
I have heard good things about that Mussolini show.
Mussolini show?
He did a Mussolini show.
Fuck are
He
you talking
directed,
about?
I believe, every episode
Why am I just hearing about this now?
because nobody watched.
Because nobody watched it. Who's in it?
Let's see.
Who's? When did this come
A
out?
bunch of Italian people
When did it come out? This year?
this year.
No,
Yeah.
you're lying to me.
No, I'm not.
We just let that go by.
Came out January 2025.
Do you like Atonement?
Atonement is good. I think he's made better.
Okay. What else has he done? Oh, Anna Karenina.
Anna Karenina, which I have not seen.
You really need to get on your blind spots for Joe Wright to say that you're a
See,
Joe
that's
Wright
why I've
guy.
I've only seen the big stuff, so I'm like,
Well,
and
that's
then
a
Cyrano, which we're both like, Cyrano, pretty good,
it's
and then
pretty
Woman in
good.
the Window, which I'm like, pretty bad, kind of interesting.
It's because it's got your girl in it,
Well,
right? Is that
you're right. That
Amy
is
Adams?
that's yeah, that we Gary
Isn't old?
Oldman in that one
Yeah,
as
I was gonna
well.
say, is
Yeah,
Oldman in that too? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. But like Oldman. I mean, Oldman is now
that was the Gone Girl
he's a
era.
yeah. That was the what is it? The girl on the train,
Yep,
kind of shit where
Woman
it
in the
just
Window.
Warren in the window. They got that new one with Keira Knightley out on Netflix, the cabin
Yeah,
girl
the
or whatever.
girl on the boat or whatever
Yeah,
it's called, the yacht
the
yacht lady, I think
yacht
it's
lady.
called.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's not what it's called, but it feels very adjacent to
So like
that
the girl in Cabin 13 or
teen or
something like
something
it's
like that, cabin
something like
10 or
that.
something. Yeah, 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 yeah. But Oldman now he's primarily, I mean, he's primarily just doing slow horses.
Yeah, which again is another thing I hear is good, but I have
It
not
is
watched.
good. I think you would really like it.
Yeah.
He plays a farting detective or
Okay.
farting spy.
Well, he was definitely one of those guys, like every actor during this era, where I was like one of my favorites. Oh, also extremely problematic. Interesting. Okay.
I think it was, well, the thing about him was is that he just was like Jeffrey Wright. He made choices um in his what do you call it? He made great movies that we were all a part of, or like that we all wanted to see. And then he's a
Well,
part of
he
two
also was just
franchises that are
so
huge.
willing to he was willing to go huge. He had good taste in filmmakers. I mean, his greatest performance, of course, Ryan. What is it?
Uh, I mean that's not easy.
It is easy.
You, Leon the Professional,
True Romance.
True Romance. Oh well, there's that. Well, I mean he's got a lot of big performances. I'm trying to figure out what your favorite
He's
would.
amazing in True Romance. That's all I
Um,
wanted to get to.
no, he's
I mean,
great
he's
in that
amazing in
film.
Harry Potter. He's
He's amazing as Jim Gordon in Dark Knight. You
hmm
know, he's having to be the straight man, but he's the man sacrificing really the most. And I think he's a perfect Jim Gordon, honestly, in those movies. And um and yeah, I mean, like he's one of, I mean, yes, he's deeply problematic, but he's also. When I talked with Jeffrey Wright during his run for American Fiction in the press run, I asked him about, because Jeffrey Wright's one of those actors, Jay, that
the
he's a
laundromat.
he's a character actor where you see him and you're like, God, he's in like everything that I like, and guy doesn't do a bad performance, or maybe the film's not good, but he bumps it up with just his scene. Like it's like him. Michael Keaton has this advantage to himself. Like Trial of Chicago 7 gets bumped up because Michael Keaton has those two scenes where he's absolutely killing it,
There are like five good scenes, like really good scenes in that movie.
and half of them are him. You know what I mean? And I asked him. I said, "Who's that guy?"
Rylance.
Then, Rylance is just good in almost anything except the BFG. But I asked Jeffrey Wright, like, who's the guy that for you emptied the tank and made you want to keep going, inspired you and kept, you had to see everything they were doing. And he said it was Gary Oldman. Like Gary Oldman was that guy. He saw Sid and Nancy, which is actually his best performance in that film, and it just changed the game. What do you think is his best performance, Jay?
It's True Romance.
Yeah.
In the 5 minutes that he's
In
in
the
that
five
movie.
minutes that he's in, but he just dominates the whole movie. Yeah.
No, I mean not actually, probably, but
It's just the most
that performance
memorable
is
performance.
unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a crazy performance. We talked about it. We talked about it last year. I
We
guess
did.
this isn't the first time we've talked about Gary Oldman,
Good point.
because we talked about him on True Romance when we did T. Scott.
Yep.
And you know who's a big frequent collaborator of T. Scott?
Denzel.
Denzel Washington. Post Tony Scott,
hmm
post Unstoppable. This is actually a very interesting thing about Denzel.
Okay. Well, Unstoppable this same year.
Unstoppable the same year, tragically, Tony Scott passes away. And now he has been, if he's been floating through throughout his career, and I'm sure you got it pulled up. Either prestige stuff that he's directing,
Or
or
junk.
absolute junk, mostly by Antoine Fuqua.
Yeah.
Am I correct to say that?
Mostly you were right. He did have Flight in there, a little prestige-y.
Little probably Zemeckis's most probably good movie,
Certainly his most celebrated movie.
most normal film of the last
That's
two
actually
decades.
probably his most appreciated movie since Castaway, which is insane.
Which is fucking nuts. You know what I watched recently? Hadn't seen it in a long time because because they sent me the 4K and I watched it with my wife.
Hmm.
Was What Lies Beneath?
Oh yeah, a great movie to watch with the one you love.
What a fucking weird
It's a really
ass
weird movie.
movie.
I
don't know if it
I
works.
feel like I should love it,
I
and
know I
I
should
and
feel
I
like
kind of don't.
by the end I'm like, why did I go? It gets way too goofy, I think, by the end. And yet I wanted it to be either goofier in the front or it doesn't know it can't balance itself in terms of tone. And it's who wrote that script was Clark Gregg, the
Yes, of
Agent
course,
Coulson.
the agent of Shield.
Yes, exactly. But that movie has one of the most wild, drawn out endings I've seen in quite some time. But it is kind of cool to see Harrison Ford be the villain in that movie. I kind of liked that. I wish he did maybe a little bit more of that.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh
Enough
man.
said. Enough said.
Enough
Stop.
said.
Stop.
We don't need to
Stop
do it
Ryan.
anymore. That's
Stop.
enough.
Stop.
It's
You're about to
enough.
howl like a wolf, and you don't need to do it.
I think you're about to do it. I'm like, calm down over there. I think
The
you're
coolest thing about What Lies Beneath is that Robert Zemeckis filmed the first half of Castaway, then filmed What Lies Beneath, and then filmed the second half of Castaway.
yeah.
Just like an awesome fun fact.
Well,
But, movie's all right. Castaway
yeah.
rocks.
Castaway
Excuse me.
is
Cast Away.
Cast Away.
Yeah.
I think that Cast Away is I mean it's his best movie in the last 25 years easily,
Easily.
and it might be my favorite Zemeckis film.
Ooh, he's got another one coming out.
Oh
That
god
might be
damn
your
it.
favorite
Yeah.
Zemeckis film.
Is that okay to say?
I
Like
do
is that
love
a
it. Yeah.
is that a controversial thing to say?
He has a movie coming out with Jennifer Lopez, Nicolaj Coster-Waldau, and others.
He's got to stop making people got to stop giving him money.
Crime thriller.
Stop it. After what happened,
Guess where it's coming out?
Apple TV Plus.
Netflix.
God damn it. God damn it. Well, it'd probably be like the Lee Daniels movie, The Deliverance or whatever, and then just go straight
Principal
to the
photography has started.
story. Who's shooting
it's,
it?
It's getting made.
They have
Are you
a
asking who the cinematographer is?
yeah,
That information is not
not
listed
available yet.
on the Wikipedia page.
Wonderful. That's
Probably
what
Roger Deakins.
Rogers just officially retired, right?
The last Mrs. Perry. Yeah, he's a podcaster now.
Yeah, he's a influencer at this point. I mean, Zemeckis is one of the I'm going to say it, one of the biggest hacks in movies we have right now.
He's made masterpieces, though.
And he made them 30 fucking years ago.
No, look, Ryan. We were at In Session Film for a long time. I literally made an award called the Robert Zemeckis Please Retire Award.
Who did you give that to a couple of times? Like, who were some of the recipients? Well, Robert Zemeckis himself.
Some recipients of yes, Robert Zemeckis did receive his own award. George Clooney, director, I believe, got it one year.
I think it was when The Midnight Sky came out when you finally just gave it to him.
Yep.
That's honestly fair to Clooney. Because we talked about this on the retrospective episode for 2005. So much goodwill with Good Night and Good Luck. To squander it over 20 years has been to now like being streaming garbage man is insane for one of our more talented actors.
There is
It is a
nothing to dislike about that man except for how mediocre a director he is.
Reese. But it's I was saying it's a little bit of the Robert Redford kind of curse where he has one or two films that you really, really love, and then the rest of it is like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like this doesn't, and it's worse than Redford because at least Redford had some interesting films and some timely films. Like Suburbicon is awful. The Midnight Sky is bad. The Tender Bar is lazy.
In the bar.
Leatherheads.
I never met those boys in the boat.
Oh my god, I forgot about the boys in the boat. Holy crap! That movie. What came out 2 years ago, and I don't even remember it. And it's so mediocre.
I mean, that's the George Clooney way.
Yeah, it's gonna be how Jay Kelly ends up as well.
Made a lot of money on tequila, though.
He's got like a what was it? I watched this interview with Clooney where he was on. It was CBS in the morning on Sunday morning, and he talked about like, yeah, I wanted a normal life for my kids. And they were like, yeah, like away from it, like, so we live on a 7,500 acre square, fucking,
nothing says normal as
estate.
being George Clooney's
and then
kid.
they asked him, they were like, that's normal. And he went, well, there's the little school that they go to. And I'm like, how the fuck? And he's like, how do you find normalcy on essentially, a freaking estate? And and he's wearing like a suit and he's got the sunglasses on. It was just very funny to hear Clooney go like, yeah, my kids, they're humble. Their allowance is $9 million a week, and they're TikTok entrepreneurs. Like it sounded so fucking weird, but
Am I gonna like Jay Kelly? I'm predisposed to like it.
I think you'll like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I think he's great. I think you like Clooney as an actor.
I do, and I like movies about Jays.
Yes, and yeah, either basketball or just people named Jay. To be fair, and you like Sandler.
Love Sandler.
You like Baumbach for the most part.
I do like Baumbach.
Yeah, I think you're gonna like
Billy
it.
Billy Crudup, one of your
boys.
I like him more than other people.
He's great in his
Mostly because of how
part.
he treated Mary Louise Parker when she was pregnant.
You really gonna bring that up? Damn.
That is actually one of the worst things that anyone has ever
Yeah,
done.
that's very true. Wow. And now he's with, you know who he's with now?
Billy Crudup?
Yeah.
No.
He's going to marry Naomi Watts.
Wow.
Yeah. So, like, imagine Billy Crudup and
Watch out, Naomi.
Liam Shriver at, like, Christmas together. Ray Donovan,
Wonder if he's ever met David Lynch.
Who?
Billy.
Ooh, maybe over Zoom? Maybe? I don't know.
Can't believe we lost David Lynch.
Yeah. We've lost a lot of greats this year, buddy.
Yeah.
But you know what we have to keep us comfort?
You know who we lost? One of the parents of one of the stars of Jay Kelly.
Yeah, we lost Diane Latt this week.
Mm-hmm.
That was really, it was a real rough year for Laura Dern. Really feel
True.
really bad for her,
I was a lad. They called me a lad.
She's really nice, Laura Dern. She's a very, very nice lady.
She seems like an incredibly grounded,
very
famous
she's
person.
she's very, I met her at Telluride. She's very passionate just about the people she works
She
with.
just seems to love people and movies.
And so it's really tough to see it happen to nice, good people when you meet them, And so, but you know what? I'm sure anyone out there like her, she's just going on the Netflix or popping in the DVD of the Book of Eli.
But I'll tell you what, what would make it harder is if all of those things happened in a post-apocalyptic
world.
wasteland.
I'm trying to get us back on track to this movie. This movie does have massive problems.
Yeah, we just talked about one of them for an extended period of time.
Which one?
It looks
the way it looks, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then outside of Oldman and Denzel, these characters stink.
Oh, we're talking Kunis.
Yeah.
The female characters in this film are
rough.
A little bit of a problem.
A little bit. A little bit.
I'm being generous.
They're rough, dude. These things are rough. You know.
Honestly, no good characters outside of those two. And I honestly think less of the Oldman character Carnegie than you do. And I don't
I
even know that Eli is a good character. It's just Denzel Washington.
um. Wait, what?
I don't know that Eli as a character is very good or fleshed out. He's just played by Denzel Washington, which gives him
No, I
gravitas
mean like.
that is basically unmatched.
Okay, going back to the reveal, the twist that he's blind. Does that distract you then when you're watching the rest of the film, trying to put together all the things that are going
Watching it a
on?
second time,
Yeah,
yes,
it's a
because
massive
none of
distraction.
it makes
It
sense.
makes no fucking sense.
He's just. You seen that video? One of my favorite conspiracy theories, which I don't believe, by the way. Let me make it clear.
I don't know. It sounds like you're about to bring up something that you firmly believe, but you can't say that without a disclaimer on the show.
Stevie Wonder is not blind.
Oh, you're gonna do the Shaq thing. Yeah, where Shaq doesn't believe that Stevie Wonder is blind, and he thinks he's got proof, and he just sounds like a fucking idiot.
There's like a video where he catches a falling mic stand with Paul McCartney or something.
Sure.
It's very funny to me imagining Stevie
But
Wonder
why would that
pretending to
matter?
be blind
Like
for his
that
entire
like
life.
but here's the thing. Even if Stevie Wonder was putting up the bit that like he can't like that he can see, he's still a wickedly talented artist.
No. It doesn't.
You
Yes,
know?
none of that matters. But if it would really suck to pretend to be blind for your entire life.
Is it almost like having an interpreter? Uh
Oh, you're going Shohei conspiracy.
I think that this is bullshit. I'm sorry, I'm calling out.
My understanding, based on some things that I've heard and read, is truly that he can fluently
Fluently
speak
speak
English,
but does it because of his
but
culture?
chooses not to because he doesn't like talking to the media and because it makes him more marketable in Asia.
You saw the other night, right? Though when they won the World Series, the Dodgers, and he's got the interpreter up there with Poppy and Jeter and Alex Rodriguez and everybody talking, and then at the end, and they're like, "Thank you, Shohei. It was wonderful. Congratulations on winning the World Series." And he goes, "Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful night." And you're like, "The fuck, you liar! You like piece of shit! I knew it. I knew you could do it." And it was
I
like
do love
it
Shohei.
was too smooth. I gotta say this. You know me, Jay. I'm a skeptic when it comes
I
to
hate the
these
Dodgers, but
these
Shohei is
generational
unbelievable.
guys, but God, he's so fucking cool to watch.
I had
It
this
just
debate.
absolutely sucks that he's on the Dodgers.
You ready
It
for this?
sucks.
Yeah, it
that he's
does.
on the
You ready?
Dodgers.
You ready for this debate I had the other night? And
I
we're not
think.
going to spend a lot of time on this.
Oh, buddy.
I people were mad at me when I said my answer to this question.
Mm.
Who is the greatest baseball player of all time?
You better not say Mike Trout. 'Cause
Not
it's
saying
not.
my try. Absolutely
No.
not. No.
Are you going to say it's Shohei Ohtani?
No.
Okay. Who is it?
It's Barry Bonds.
I mean,
I was ridiculed. I was mocked when I gave that answer.
because of the roids.
No, I don't even think it was that. I think they just in their mind sort of dismissed that as
I mean, he was one of the most impressive hitters, minus the roids.
I then ran through some unbelievable statistics of Barry Bonds and they were kind of like, well, maybe.
You know, if I like told you, this is kind of maybe the comp to that,
Hmm.
because so many people hate Barry Bonds because he's a giant piece of shit.
Yeah, well then eventually they were like, what are you, do you like really like Barry Bonds or something? It's like, I hate Barry Bonds. I hate him. But I think he is kind of undeniably the greatest baseball player of all time.
Yeah, like I agree. Like I think Roger Clemens is one of the greatest pitchers of all time. Did he do roids? Absolutely. Is he still great?
So
Absolutely.
you have to put an asterisk on it and be like,
But I don't think he's the best pitcher of all time. I think that's Nolan Ryan. But that's
Nolan
just
Ryan.
I'm named after
Please.
I'm named after him. I can say that. That's my bias. Thank you very much. Nolan Ryan's a great pitcher, though. Come on, buddy.
All right. I can name 15 better.
But
pitchers than him.
I think one of the greatest players of all time to me, and I say this as a Red Sox fan, I think one of the greatest players I've ever seen in my life is Mariano Rivera. because I think
Brian
Rivera
Rivera was a stud.
was an absolute unstoppable. Like, please do not let me ever have to face up against this man. Make the lead so big that I don't have to see, because he broke my heart so many times. And so yeah, he is, in terms of maybe the most scariest athletes I ever, because that's another thing too, Jake. There are athletes where it's like you walk, like when Shohei Ohtani walks up to the plate, every fan that's on the opposite side is scared out of their mind. I get it. Like, he's a scary guy because that's how good he is. That's how Rivera was. Like, that's how it was as a Spurs fan with Kobe Bryant. Because I'd watch Kobe and I'd be like,
But
fuck, this guy is so good. He could
but
flip the
Mariano
team.
Rivera only had to be out there for an inning, you know.
Or two. He would stretch it
Yeah.
sometimes to two or three if they had to, if they were having struggling rotations. But I don't think you're wrong about Barry Bonds. I mean, like, I'll tell you this, like, that summer with McGuire and Sosa is one of the great baseball summers of my life. Is it tainted by
We were very young,
the roids? Yeah, but it makes you fall in love with the game.
but
Like,
that
these
was
guys are
it kind of
knocking
made
them
it
out. Yeah.
more electric. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like this kind of foggy memory.
Like, I love Manny Ramirez and David Ortiz. They are forever some of my great favorite players ever to play baseball. They made me, those Red Sox teams got me to fall in love with baseball. Did they do roids? Absolutely, they did roids. Like, that's it's part of it. But it also,
But you know what? It
but
rocked.
but you want to know what it
It
was?
rocked.
But you know what it was, Jay? Is they weren't assholes like Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds was an asshole, and everybody
was.
hated him. But it's also like, hey, Jay, go look up the numbers for O.J. Simpson. He's like like a borderline top 5 running back of all time. If you, depending on what era you grew up in, he was phenomenal. Doesn't mean that then also you can say, yeah, he was a giant flawed piece of shit and a murderer, but he was also a really good football player, you know. And that's the same with Bonds. It's like, yeah, he hit all those home runs, and yeah, the
I just
roids
remember him
suck.
from that
He's an
from that
asshole.
movie. I think he's a great movie star.
Oh, the Naked Gun movies.
No, making America.
Making America.
Isn't that what it's called?
OJ in America, you mean?
OJ Made in America. That's
OJ
what
Made
it's
in
called.
America. One of the great docs ever.
It
Put
rules.
together. It's absolutely great. Yeah. I love that that's the conversations you're having. It's Barry Bonds is the best athlete. Um,
And
egg,
do we talk about World War II enough? Those are basically the two things I talk about
egg
on a
on a
day-to-day
burger
basis.
now. An egg on a burger.
Yeah, that's definitely something I'm gonna have to talk about more and more
I
as
think
time
so.
goes on.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah. Jay, would you rather find a head without a body or a body without a head? This was the conversation. And shout out to my wife. This is the icebreaker that she likes to do.
Body without a head, easily.
Body without a head. Okay.
Yeah. Much
All right.
less disturbing to me.
Okay. All right.
As shown in the film Dead Presidents,
Okay.
where we see a head without a body, and it is extremely disturbing.
Yeah. And that's how you relate it back to the show.
Because heads are so animated and bodies are so sort of inelastic.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. For sure. The action in this movie
Is fine.
is kind of boring. And it
The
makes
first scene under the bridge is
Pretty
pretty
cool.
exciting.
Then
In
they
the
were-
wake, in a post John Wick world, you are definitely kind of like, oh, they were trying some stuff.
Yeah. The same thing in the bar.
Yeah.
It's a lot of quick movement. It's very Jason Bourne. With
It's sort of somewhere in between The Matrix and
Yep.
Jason Bourne.
in Jason Bourne. I was just gonna say that. And then everything is sort of fake. You know what it kind of also remind me of?
He has a very sharp blade.
Yeah, man. He's not even, does he sharpen that a lot? Like every day?
Apparently he does, because he cut that guy's hand off like it was
It was some of that
chicken wing.
like it was that, well, I was gonna say some of that Wagyu tuna fucking
Oh,
sushi we were having.
What a roll.
What a roll. But no, I was also just like thinking about, there were two movies I was thinking about from the same director, also from this era, because I just remember the visual palette of those movies being kind of interesting. But um, but they're also homages to westerns. And I was thinking a lot about years ago when we were on the old show, and we talked about Gore Verbinski. We're going to talk about Rango, and when we talked about,
An incredibly visually interesting filmmaker.
and then we talked
Have
about
you seen A Cure for Wellness?
The Lone Ranger.
That's a much more stylistically interesting movie than this.
Yeah, and I was thinking about like I would
An
say,
unsuccessful film in a lot of ways, and probably a
yeah,
less thematically interesting film than this.
I
But
think that this is a more thematically interesting one, but from a visual standpoint, like if that palette was put on here, I think that this movie would increase a little bit because it's so there's so you can't see characters at times. You can't see even their faces. And maybe that's the point is that we live in this faceless world. And then like when you end up in San Francisco is when it finally opens up at the end and you can see people for who they are. But if that's really what we're doing here, then that's also stupid messaging from a visual standpoint as well too.
if
If the
making
point
your
of all this is
movie
to
dull to look at for an hour and 40 minutes
to get
is
to 10
part of the
minutes.
point, then you need to rethink your approach.
Yeah. No, I listen, I totally agree with you. I just yeah, I
Has
mean,
Mila Kunis ever been good in a movie?
has Mila Kunis ever
The
been
answer is
good?
yes, it's Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Has Mila Kunis ever been good in a movie not called Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
I mean, I think she's okay and pretty good. I think she's good in Black Swan.
She's good in Black Swan. Can I tell you,
I think she's good
here's
in
here's
that.
a hot take that's gonna lose me a lot of credibility.
Oh boy. You've been really putting out the hot takes tonight.
Well, I'm just being honest, being
You know
my
what?
truest self.
You know what? And I appreciate that.
I think Friends with Benefits is okay.
Is that the one with
The
her and
Justin
Justin
Timberlake rom
Timberlake?
com. Yeah.
Um,
I think there's some movie star energy in that one.
you think so?
hmm Much better than the other one.
Oh, No Strings Attached
Yes.
with her husband,
hmm
Ashton Kutcher. Um, I don't know. I think I kind of like No Strings Attached more.
Mm. I mean, you're allowed.
No, because I like Portman. I think Portman's kind of incredible, or like real. I just think Portman's a better actress, and I think
My wife
Klutcher's
and
a
I were talking about Portman
better.
the other day.
That she's like one of the best actresses we have working today. Period.
Just like impenetrably beautiful.
Yeah, I think
And Anne Hathaway is just. I think both of us have
we had that
decided to
conversation.
build an Anne Hathaway statue in our living room.
God, I can't wait to see Mother Mary. You know what Mother Mary is?
Yeah, that's the Lowry movie, right?
That's the Lowry movie with Michaela Cole. That's a must see.
There was a
I'm
picture
ex-
of Anne Hathaway at a Knicks game the other day.
she went to
Stopped
the.
me in my freaking tracks.
She was the person that got the pink handcuffs at the one of the Sabrina Carpenter concerts in NYC.
Yeah, you know I'm a big Sabrina Carpenter advocate.
Oh, Nicolette Johnson?
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually was preaching. I mean, I was all about it. I was telling people in Europe, I was like, Sabrina Carpenter, great pop star, y'all are sleeping on her. Because everybody was all about Taylor Swift. And I was like, look, an incredible pop star we have here.
No,
The
you stated your case as to why she is already on this show. You've done a good job at
yeah.
explaining that she's the future.
And we need a Sabrina corner every episode.
I think she's fantastic. And was it the wife was saying the other day, if she comes to town, would you want to go see? And I said, yes, absolutely. Oh, was that not clear enough for you? I think her music's great, and I think she's wonderful, and I think she's also an important person. So let's just.
Ryan, chill out.
I'm just saying.
Come on, Ryan, enough.
Listen, she can take you on a house tour, take you to the first, second, third floor, and I had to explain the floors
Mila
to you
Kunis
when
is
I was
in
in.
Wake Up Dead Man?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
she's actually good in that movie. So there you go.
Oh,
There's another
you know
one.
it was a decent little movie
Ooh, what are you gonna say?
with her in it?
Hmm.
Maybe I like her more than I thought. Goodrich.
Oh, is that the one with Michael Keaton from Nancy Myers' daughter?
Yeah, like a totally good way to spend a couple hours. Goodrich.
Well, I mean, it helps that it also has maybe your one of our favorite actors ever, Michael Keaton.
I mean, I love Michael Keaton,
When's
and
Keaton
he's
bad?
great in it.
When is Keaton and Denzel going to make a movie? Because I think that movie would be called the They're So Good. It doesn't matter what they do here. Like they could just read the phone book and we would be like,
When
God,
is
they're so
Keaton
incredible.
bad is actually, I think, a question I could probably answer.
I mean, there's
I
probably,
do not worship at the feet of Michael Keaton.
I think,
I love Michael
I think
Keaton.
Keaton's done a lot of great stuff over the last like 15, 20 years, but I think he's probably had some bad stuff.
I'm not sure that he knocks it out of the park necessarily in The Flash.
I think he's one of the more memorable things about the
Need for
Flash.
Speed.
Oh man,
I'll be honest, I have not
oh
seen.
man, he's cooking on some wild gas in that movie, dude. You don't see Need for Speed? He's fucking go. He's like a mixture of like he's like. What if Jason Bateman's character in Dodgeball went like the full way?
So I
Like
guess
it's
the what I'm saying is that
yeah,
he's in bad movies,
yeah, but that doesn't mean
but
that he's
he's
bad.
not really bad. Like I think he's good in Dumbo,
Yeah,
which I actually think is a halfway interesting movie.
how's he in the remake for RoboCop? Because
Have not seen,
yeah, you never saw that, right?
probably will not see. As
Why?
big a
Why
fan
would you
of
though?
Jose Padilha, the director I am.
See one of your guys like Joe Wright?
One, yeah, he's my other Joe Wright. That's exactly right.
What is the last?
Wright, right?
Is this a? Is this a? Mm. So Denzel's not bad in this, but
No,
this is. But it's not a bad movie.
no,
Is
it's
there a?
probably a bad movie without him.
I've said that I don't think Denzel Washington makes bad movies.
We have gone over this,
You know,
and I
I
do
have
not
seen the little things
know.
now,
That is actually a bad movie.
and I think that it sucks
Yeah, that movie's bad.
because its ending sucks. That's why.
I
I
think a
actually
lot
think
of it
I
sucks.
think it's got a. I think Hollywood has a Rami Malek problem, and we continue to see it every
I
fucking year.
actually think Leto is not bad in it.
I think he's doing some interesting shit in that movie, and I
Yeah.
kind of appreciate it because that movie needs somebody to do something interesting. I think Denzel's good, like Denzel's Denzel, and God, did you watch that Rami Malek movie this year, The Amateur? I think it was.
Yeah, that was
God, what a movie that had like, honestly,
a movie where I was like, why isn't this good?
I was like, this actually has the bones to be something good. It's just
Yeah.
being delivered probably. I think it's the delivery of it. It's delivered through Rami Malek.
Mm.
And I think if it had somebody else, then I think it could be
I
better than
mean,
what it was. That
the
helps it up.
ultimate example of a movie that is truly just trash,
Mm,
that is held up on the shoulders
of-
of Denzel Washington.
mm.
You know what I'm going to say?
Oh, I'm dope. I mean, any of the Equalizer movies probably, but
It's Two Guns. Just
oh yeah, him and Wahlberg.
garbage
Yeah,
that
but
is propped up by, like, it's not good,
he's cooking.
but it's not bad.
No, because he's got him, and he's carrying that.
He is him.
He is the one. He is Neo.
Have not seen Safe House.
That's
I feel
good.
like some people kind of like it.
I like that movie. It's
Yeah.
mean. It's a mean movie.
Ryan
He's
Reynolds,
mean.
your guy.
Okay. Before Reynolds got annoying, that was before he
I
got
used to be
annoying.
very pro Reynolds.
Yeah.
That's actually a good point.
That was the Reynolds era where he had that
Remember when
and,
we liked Ryan Reynolds?
and he had Buried. Remember Buried? Where he was like in the coffin. And he's
Yeah,
like,
a movie. I think I actually wrote a review of that movie and I gave it a negative review.
I like that movie. But I think he made good, interesting choices. And then he did the Green Lantern thing, and then it fell apart. And then he was like, I gotta be Deadpool. I gotta be Deadpool. I gotta be Deadpool.
Can I tell you?
And
I
then
just
that's
looked up buried Jay Ledbetter trying to find if I wrote a review of that film, and the first thing that came up was an obituary for Jay Ledbetter.
so what you're saying is you're doing this podcast from the afterlife?
Different Jay Ledbetter.
Oh, well, my apologies to that, Jay Ledbetter.
He passed away on November 14th, 2020.
Um, Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that. My condolences to him.
Yeah,
And
Ryan Reynolds, not my favorite. He it was just like I remember in his early comedy days, even in Waiting, I was like, this guy's charming as hell and funny.
there's a movie with him.
And now I like him even more.
There's a romantic comedy with him and Isla Fisher and Elizabeth Banks and Rachel Weisz and Abigail Breslin, and it's called Definitely Now, I think. And I find that movie so charming, and he's very good in it. And it's about like his father, or it's about a father explaining to his daughter how he met the mother. And it's like this long, sprawling sort of film, and about like how he met these three women and how they were important in his life. And it's actually really good, and he's really good in it. It's like a fine, like, you know, three and a half, but he's really good
Hmm.
in it. And it reminds you of like, oh, before you sold your soul to the Deadpool devil and got in a really weird lawsuit over your wife's film, you used to make interesting choices as an actor, and now he doesn't.
Definitely Maybe is the name
Definitely
of the
maybe.
film.
Thank you. Not definitely now. Definitely maybe. Yeah. It's a good one. It's a solid fit. But Denzel is the man. You know, Jay, Denzel said when Gladiator came out last year that he is close to retiring,
He's an
and
older gentleman.
that he is bound to stop making films here. So I guess the thing I would ask you is that, well, one, I would assume you want less of these movies to be made over the next couple of years as he's reaching the twilight of his time. He is supposed to be making a new Fernando Morales film with
Pattinson, right?
Pattinson and Daisy Edgar Jones, written by Simon Kinberg. A bank guard, a teller, and a master thief become entangled in a deadly game. So sounds like he's going back to sort of the inside man kind of stuff.
Hmm.
He is supposedly has a role to play or written for him if Coogler does Black Panther 3. There is also, of course, the if he wants to make it Equalizer 4, because those movies make a shit ton of money.
They do
And
well.
and then he has nothing really else on the docket. There's also been the rumors out there that PTA has something that for him that he would love to do. Hopefully one day. They've had meetings.
That's all whispers.
That's all whispers and rumors. But there's also he delivered a fantastic performance this year in Highest to Lowest.
So here's a
And
question. What was the last great movie Denzel made?
I mean, the I really like Gladiator, but you don't.
Gladiator 2?
I really like. Hang
Ooh.
on, I'm looking at it. I mean, I do love
I
Highest
love
to Lowest.
Macbeth.
I think Tragedy in Macbeth is the
I
right
think that's like
answer.
a pretty great movie.
I think that's the right answer.
When was the last one before that?
Unstoppable.
Yeah.
Unstoppable is a fucking wonderful film. I talked about it. I know you got a big soft spot for Roman J. Israel Esquire, though.
He gives an unbelievable performance in that movie.
He's great.
That movie is good.
I rewatched it in the last couple of years upon your recommendation. It's very good.
Dan Gilroy.
But his 2000s run is actually really good. There's a lot of good stuff in there.
Remember
Remember
that
the type. Remember the.
you've seen that clip where they're doing
Oh,
Dan Gilroy, who directed Roman J. Israel,
oh,
is
Case of
doing
Melancholy.
promo for Velvet Buzzsaw, and Dan Gilroy says, I really wanted to give a sense of melancholy with this movie, and then Jake Gyllenhaal is just like he's like pissed off at it.
He's
He's
like,
like,
it's melancholy,
so
Dan.
man, it's melancholy, Dan. He's
It's
been
not.
saying that. He's
It's
been
not the
saying that
first
all
time
day.
today. Yeah, that's that. And you can also see Rene Russo just being like, "Don't say it. Don't fucking." He's gonna say it. He's gonna say it.
Let me just say, great work, Dan.
Yeah, great work.
Unbelievable achievement.
Can I read off Denzel Washington's 2000s?
You may.
When you and I fell in love with this man. 2000, Remember the Titans. He wins the Oscar
Should
for
have won an Oscar.
he wins the Oscar the next year for Training Day.
Should have won an Oscar.
He did win an Oscar.
I know, and he should have.
John Q,
Should have won an
2002. Antoine Fisher, 2002.
Should have split the Oscar with John Q.
We did Out of Time.
Should have won an Oscar.
Man on Fire in 04.
Should have won a Nobel Prize.
Manchurian Candidate in 04.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Not a great movie. Good
Solid
movie.
flick.
That is way
Solid
better
flick.
than it
Has any right to be. Yeah. 06, Insight Man and
Great
Deja Vu.
Great movie.
07, American Gangster. A movie
I don't really like that movie.
I really like that movie. I know you don't. He's great in it, though, I think. The Great Debaters,
Haven't seen.
which I think is his best directed film. I'll make that argument. And then you're a big Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3 guy.
Yep, big defender.
And then, but then 2010s. You ready?
Mhm.
Book of Eli.
It's a lot tougher in the 2010s.
Book of Eli.
Yeah, that's this film. It is
Which has the
totally,
same.
It's barely passable.
It has the same IMDb rating as Unstoppable.
Well, that's silly.
That's fucking insane. Unstoppable is an incredible movie. Safe House in 2012. Flight in 2012. Two Guns. He starts Equalizing in 2014. Magnificent Seven. Just-
Magnificent Seven, man.
Oof. Yeah, I'm telling you, he's on his Fuqua shit. Fences, which he's not the reason.
Totally makes sense.
He's not the reason you watch that movie.
He's got a little bit of Clooney in him. He's not a very good director.
I think. Have you seen Antoine Fisher?
Yeah.
Good movie. Great Debaters. Good movie.
Yeah.
Fences, fine. And then Roman J. Oscar Esquire. He's Equalizing
Masterpiece.
again, and that's his 2010s. And then
Now he's barely working.
now he's doing in 21 he did Macbeth and The Little Things.
Of course.
23 he's Equalizing for a third time. Guy can't stop equalizing.
Equalizer cubed.
He's phenomenal in Gladiator 2.
He is.
He's having the most fun he's probably had in like a decade. He's eating that scenery. He's phenomenal. Just like the way he walks. Oh, that's why you can't hate that movie because he's so good. And then Highest to Lowest, which I think he's fantastic.
He's really good in. It's a good movie.
Jeffrey Wright.
Score is absolutely baffling. And exciting! His next movie is on Netflix.
Yeah, that's
That'll
the
be fun.
Fernando
Yeah.
Morales film. I think it's going to try to come out next year, but I doubt it. So I don't know what you want him to do next, but I hope it's with exciting filmmakers. I actually would wish that Coogler would make an original film with him and not Black Panther 3. But
What's the other thing he's doing?
It's either Black Panther 3, Equalizer, or it's the Fernando Morales film. That's it.
No. Coogler. Is all that he has on the books Black Panther, or is he doing something else?
I think it's only Black Panther.
Hmm.
That's
That
disappointing.
is, in my opinion, a bummer.
Do you think he's got the juice?
I definitely think he's got the juice.
Whenever
I also think
whenever he wants,
has-
he can have the juice.
Yeah.
But I think he's like, he's weird. Like, I gotta keep making those movies. He doesn't have to make a Marvel movie ever again.
No, he can make whatever he wants next.
He can be he's the world is his oyster. He could make an original movie with Denzel if he wanted to tomorrow, and somebody would greenlight it tomorrow. And he won't do it, and it's kind of disappointing. And I get he has like this personal attachment to that franchise and Chadwick and everything.
But he only directed one Creed.
Yeah, and he kind of
Which
handed that
always
over
felt like a more personal movie than Black Panther to me.
for sure. But I think it's become personal because of Chadwick
Yeah.
and losing him. And I think that he's also probably like Marvel's like, we need you more than ever at this point. But I don't know when that movie's going to ever happen. So
I think he should try and make a Roadhouse sequel as well. You know about that?
I was waiting all episode for you to fucking finally bring this up. This was a tangent built for this episode, for any episode. But the Book of Eli, yeah, for sure. It's insane we're getting two Roadhouse movies. A
We're getting
sequel
two Roadhouse. We're getting a sequel to the remake and a sequel to the original.
original. Who's going to play the Swayze part?
Yeah, I don't know how that's
And
working.
it's crazy that Doug Liman is the one doing the sequel to
Yeah,
the
'cause
original
he's pissed off about the rights or something of the.
because they wouldn't. It's because they sent his remake of Roadhouse straight to theaters. I mean, no, straight to streaming and not to the theaters.
Yeah.
So he didn't show up to the South by Southwest premiere, which I was at. And Gyllenhaal went out there and been like, "We made a good movie. Here we go." And it's like a fucking
Can I tell you something, Jake? You did not make a good movie.
no, you did not. And it's just very funny that he's making this petty film in response to it, you know. And so I don't know. It's kind of funny. It's very very silly.
You know, they were
It's-
saying Guy Ritchie might direct the Chillenhall sequel.
yeah, because
Not
him
anymore,
and Jill,
though.
not anymore.
Nope.
Guy Ritchie, honestly, a very reliable action director at this moment in time.
He was replaced by
Oh God,
Ilya Neishuller, who directed Hardcore Henry and Nobody. And
That's-
Heads of State.
that sounds like a downgrade. It's a big
Oh, from
downgrade.
Guy Ritchie?
Yeah.
Look, you're not
Guy's
gonna hear
good.
a bad word from me out of Guy Ritchie.
Guy
About
good.
Ritchie.
I like Guy.
Guy good. I'm a guy's guy.
I'm a guy's guy. I'm a Ritchie stan. I like him. I think he makes good movies. I think he makes fun movies.
He's made some real
Made some-
garbage.
he's
but
made some real
also,
garbage.
Yeah.
But he churns so many movies out that it's like, you forget about the garbage because the good stuff's good.
It is hard to really stand someone who made one of the Disney live action remakes. But
I mean, I stand David Lower and he made two of them.
that's true. Good point.
Yeah. And if people out there love Kenneth Branagh, he did that shit.
Do people love Kenneth Branagh?
There's some idiots out there that probably do. I know there's a lot of people that love Belfast. They love his Shakespeare stuff. Sorry if I'm not all of you are idiots.
You're not all idiots.
But if you're like hanging on the breath of Kenneth Branagh, we got some problems.
Tell you who doesn't love Kenneth Branagh.
Oh boy. Denzel Washington?
Emma Thompson.
Oh. What are you doing? What are you doing? You know, you're just stirring shit. Any other things? We have not talked about this movie at
I
all.
do love Emma Thompson. No, this has been I don't know what to make of this series that we just did.
I don't
The
know
Hughes
what.
Brothers.
Well, okay, this is what I wanted to end on because we actually
I
need to
like
end on-
one movie. I mean,
I like-
this movie I like by a nose, and it's all because of Denzel.
on Washington. I don't like it because of the choices the Hughes brothers made.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of sad, the career.
Yeah,
It's a little bit of Carl Franklin, but
Menace
it's
to
actually
Society rules.
that's the thing. It's like, and Dead Presidents is interesting. Again, interesting.
Yes, and then we have talked about maybe the two most anonymous movies we've ever talked about on this podcast.
Yes, and it's made by two people that are a byproduct of a system scooping them up and spitting them out.
And they're listeners. So this is hard to say.
This is, I think, a very cautionary tale to modern filmmakers of that. Do not sacrifice your visual language for the check because it can get easily just taken advantage of. And I think they might not have felt this, but I feel that they were burned out by the end of all of this. And that's what's caused the separation. They've gone and done their own things at this point.
Yeah, to be clear, they've worked.
They've
Plenty.
worked. They're just not working together anymore. And they're doing
And it's a lot of it is TV.
a lot of his TV, and it's very Carl Franklin, like where it's just like TV is the place where they get to actually push their boundaries. I mean, I was reading this new piece. I don't remember if it was the Hollywood Reporter that put it together or somebody, Jay, but it was about the fact that these blockbusters nowadays are not. I mean, the whole purpose of diversity was so that and highlighting people of color and giving them a chance to make some of these giant films was so that we could see different perspectives on the big screen, much like what we see in the theater when people go to them, and they're not showing up when in terms of who's getting those giant projects. And like Sinners is an outlier. Like Coogler is becoming in Peel or becoming outliers rather than becoming the standard. And it's very frustrating because then you see Menace to Society, which is a aesthetically speaking the best clear film out of all of these, and narrative wise the best out of all of these. And you go, for fuck's sake, like why didn't these guys get to make more movies like
It was like a
that?
rocket.
Yeah,
Well, they
and
did.
then
They made Dead Presidents, which
yeah,
was an
which they got to do
entirely
that,
singular film.
and then they make these two movies here in the studio with big movie stars and everything, and it's just I don't
I
find
think
them
From Hell was kind of maybe the movie they wanted to make.
kind of, but they're not in it. At least from a
No, they're
visitor's
not. Yeah,
from an
that's
outsider's
what's a
perspective, it
bummer.
doesn't feel like when we do this series, you feel like when we did Tony Scott. I'm going to go back to Tony Scott here for a second. When you watch those films, you see the shift in the visual style that he
Well,
wants
he
to
only
present.
evolved. Yeah,
But he
he
evolved
morphed, but it always
exactly
felt like him.
inside the studio system. He evolved and morphed and became
Well, and then became just like
just,
openly
just he's a badass.
experimental.
Exactly. And these guys.
There's nothing experimental about these last
So
two films.
doesn't that then say something interesting about that black directors don't have the time or
There's
the
definitely a
ability to be able
lot
to do
of
that?
that where they just don't have the leeway to screw up
They're not given the
or
clay
to
to
challenge.
form all that. You know what I mean? And
I mean,
it's a
it
lot
is
of the lessons
astounding.
we learned last year, and it sucks because it's like, God damn, this history has repeated itself. And the person I was thinking about when I was watching this movie was Nia DaCosta. I was thinking about her because I was thinking about this singular visual first film in Little Woods. And then she immediately got picked up to a Candyman reboot. And while it visually looks like her, the script is mangled up in a mess. And then she does a Marvel movie, picked up again, and it's nowhere near anything like what she's made. It doesn't look
Well,
like
and
a
now
movie
she
like her.
made a movie that doesn't
And then
exist,
it
even
and
though
then
people say it's good.
it comes back around to yes, it's on a streaming service. And that's the point of a streaming service nowadays is to pick up these talented people. But she made a movie that's 100% her, and it's brilliant. I think Head is a fantastic film. And
And it made $950 million at the box office.
no, smartass. The point is that oh yeah, Noah Baumbach's Jay Kelly made how much? Like who gives a shit?
No.
You know what I mean?
I'm totally with you.
Spike's made highest to lowest went straight on to fucking streaming. So the point
When
being is that now she's got the Bone Collector coming out in January.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, what is that? Like, what is that going to be like for her? What does that do for her? And it's like, I kind of wish she just would do these streaming movies and make movies that are to your aesthetic. But I guess it's like, if the Bone Collector works, does she get to make another Hedda? Does she make a fucking Marvel kind of thing again? Like, is she going to go in the DC universe? Like, what happens to her?
It does seem like she was genuinely jaded about the Marvel experience. Like she
Clearly,
was all the way out.
but
Yeah.
it's also like it seems like she's being, and from an outsider's
She has a lot of
perspective
talent.
again, she has a lot of time, but it also feels
I
like
don't think she's made anything that I would say is great.
I'd say like Garland and, and Boyle are like, we're trying to get to the third one, so we need you to just not screw this up. And having this movie that made a decent chunk of change come out in the summer for this one to get dumped in like January, February, it's not good, Bob.
No, it's not. But
But movies like that make a ton of money at this
as
time. I guess.
weird as 28 years later was, maybe she will get to go buck wild.
I hope so. The trailer kind of looked interesting.
Yeah.
It looks like it's all like a Chamber Ray Fiennes piece. I guess
It just remains insane to me. We make a concerted effort to cover filmmakers of color, and when we look at the list of, I would say specifically Black American filmmakers, it is astounding how short shrifted they have been in the history of American cinema. And I think you
Yeah.
can speak to that broadly as far as the number of filmmakers who have gotten kind of a true opportunity to break into the Hollywood system. And then when you look at the filmmakers who have broken into the Hollywood system, it seems like they have so little margin for error.
Yeah.
And so even a movie that like barely breaks even, it seems like it's a ding when it shouldn't necessarily be because they have this singular vision. The Hughes brothers, I'm talking about kind of specifically here with Dead Presidents. It's like, oh, it nobody was mad about how much money it did or didn't make. It seemed to have done okay, but then they seem to have sort of been pushed into a corner where their creativity could not flourish in the way that I think it potentially could have. So weird series.
Weird
I
series.
do feel like there was a lot more in them than the opportunities that they were given.
I mean that first movie, Chase. It's
It's so
it's like
good,
it's like
but it's a lightning in a bottle movie.
it is, but it's also just like it's an incredibly important film for Black cinema.
Yeah.
It's so important. So that's why we went on the journey to do this
Hmm.
because it's like, okay, we have to take better care of these people that are creating these
And now you got Albert
avenues.
making the Continental from the world of John Wick
Yeah.
TV show on Amazon.
He probably used the same aesthetics for this movie that he did in that.
Apparently, Alan is going to be doing a Snoop Dogg biopic.
Are we gonna
Sounds
talk
not very good.
about that on the show?
Probably not.
Oh, damn it.
They have
Um,
made other stuff, by the way. Broken City, Mark Wahlberg, Russell
mhm.
Crowe
Not a very good
was
movie.
Alan's narrative film, his other narrative film. And then Albert did Alpha, which I have seen about 30 minutes of.
Is
You know
that the
that one?
one with like,
The wolf, the boy and the wolf from
oh,
like prehistoric
that's not
Cody
what I
Smith McPhee, my favorite movie star.
that's not the movie I thought.
Mm-mm.
I thought you said Alpha Dogs and I was like, no, that's not the same film. Um, no, I have not seen Alpha.
I've seen about 30 minutes of it.
Why did you turn it off?
I don't remember.
And that's a
Oh, you
glowing
know what?
recommend.
One thing I did not talk about with this movie.
Mm.
You know who did
Oh,
the score?
who? Who did the score?
Atticus Ross.
Yes, that no, yeah.
And you feel it at times, especially at the end. I was like, this feels familiar.
This feels
It was
similar.
Atticus Ross's first score, basically. And this is the
Hmm.
same year as The Social Network,
Yeah. So
where
imagine this
obviously
coming
he's
out.
teaming up with Reznor.
This comes out in the summer and then later in the
But you
fall.
do feel in that same way that we were talking about with the Coen brothers, you're kind of like, oh, this is Atticus Ross's contribution to the partnership.
Yeah, and I can't wait to hear what Trent Reznor has to bring to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are the most. I feel like they are now oversaturated.
They do a lot of
They do
stuff now
so
that
many people's
feels
shit.
beneath them. Yeah.
They do like they've done Pixar stuff. They've
Which is fine.
done, which is fine. They do
But
all
then they
Luca.
do challengers and you're
They
like,
do.
"Oh my
They've
God."
done. Yeah, they do all Lucas stuff now. They do all of.
And then they do The Gorge, or at
Yeah,
least Trent Reznor did.
they did
Oh no, they both did that. Yeah,
the
that's
Nine Inch Nails
insane.
thing they just did with Tron, which kind of flopped. And then they still do all Fincher stuff, you know?
Now, what in the hell is Earthquake Bird?
I have no idea what the fuck that is. That's the thing. It's like why they
Alicia
haven't
Vikander, Riley Keough. We're off to a great start.
Riley Keough and Jay Kelly.
Is that right?
Yeah. She plays Jay Kelly's daughter.
That was
One of
directed
his daughters.
by Paul Westmoreland.
Have no idea who that is.
I actually think I do know who
Couldn't
that
give me
is.
$1 million to tell me who that person is. No, sir. Not a chance. Anything else you want to say about From Hell before we wrap it up?
No, I think the score was the last thing I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
It is a pretty interesting score at times, although at other points it is just
I
very
just
kind of
wish the
generic
I just
noise.
wish the color palette of this movie was better because then I'd actually might rewatch it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
should be. It's not fun enough to rewatch,
What do you think
and
about
it's
like the
not insightful enough to return to.
what do you think about like that weird opening where he kills and eats the cat?
That is a weird opening.
I was kind of like I was like I don't
Little
remember this.
off-putting.
But you know what also was kind of feeling that. Wish we
You
had
were
more
liking how bleak it was.
I was enjoying I was kind of like cuz after about an hour I'm like why aren't we trying anything as cool and interesting as that first opening sequence with this visual sense after this?
Oh man, they
It's,
did the score for Waves. That makes me actually like them less.
surprised like it wasn't just Frank it's just Frank Ocean songs in that movie though to
It
be
was a
fair.
lot of Frank
A
Ocean.
lot of Frank I love Frank Ocean though.
I
I
love Frank
love
Ocean.
I
Don't like
love Frank.
Waves.
No, Waves is a bad movie. I do not like Waves at all. Rankings?
Rankings. So we're gonna rank the four. I do think we will have the same ranking.
Yeah.
My ranking
Well, do
is
you want to do this real quick? Actually,
do what?
Jay?
Wasn't nominated for anything.
Oh, shit. I have to bring up one thing. Okay.
Okay.
Before we do any of our stuff that we close out the show with. Jay, you know the concept of IMDb, correct?
The website International Movie Database.
Yes. So you know that they have this like their own like sort of letterbox thing where it's like the four movies they're known for.
Oh yes, of
Yes.
course.
Yes, 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 yes,
Hmm.
yes. Okay. What if I told you that the Book of Eli was one of the four?
For Denzel.
Yes.
That would be pretty surprising, I must admit.
Would you like me to tell you the other three, or would you like to guess?
Um, I'll guess.
Okay.
These are so unpredictable.
These are
How about
very
Remember the
unpredictable.
Titans?
Not on there.
How about
I'm going to give you a hint.
okay.
Two of these films he directed.
Oh.
Hmm.
Um, okay, so one of them is definitely going to be the one whose name I am embarrassingly not remembering about the family.
I said literally about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Who's in it with them?
Denzel Washington is in it.
Who else? You're really
Uh,
struggling now.
who else is
I
in
can see
that?
the sweat coming off of your head.
Um,
So, one about the family? You're correct. A lot of these are about movies with
yep,
families.
yep, yep. One about the
Yep, yep, yep.
family.
Do you want me to- what do you usually build around your house?
You build a fence. Come on. How about if you build multiple fences?
Then you call it fences. There you go, buddy. All right,
Great work by me.
that's one. What's another film he directed?
The Great Debaters.
Not The Great Debaters. What's his directorial debut?
Oh, what was his debut directed film?
I
Antoine
literally,
Fisher? You
yes,
literally just said it.
I
Yeah.
literally just said it. Okay.
And the other one is going to be Gladiator 2,
No, it's a pretty iconic role for him.
Malcolm X.
No.
Okay.
And imagine not being known for Malcolm X, his best performance.
Training Day.
That is correct.
Okay.
His four are Fences, Antoine Fisher, The Book of Eli, Training Day.
I mean, that makes sense. That's what's going to be on his obituary.
What will be on his obituary?
Oh, a great question.
Just
Malcolm X.
just megastar Denzel
Yeah, that's
Washington?
actually true. It will be legendary actor Denzel Washington, and
Because
then everyone will have to fill in the blank in their own mind because it's impossible to pin down.
I would say for me it would be Malcolm X and Training Day.
And if it was me, if we're going on JNN, the J News Network,
Yeah.
Man on Fire actor Denzel Washington passes away at 176.
176. Uh wow, he lived a long life. It's crazy. Um
Ricochet actor Denzel Washington, a great film.
You know when I was watching clips of it was just popping up, but the clips of him in Philadelphia, and it's
A
just him and
great movie.
him and Hanks bouncing back and forth off of each other in that movie.
Demi, man.
I miss Demi. Demi is so good.
We love him. Anyway, this was not nominated for any Oscars.
No, it was not. Well, can I? Well, hang on, because
Do the intro.
you're you're stomping on my bit, and I don't appreciate
He
it.
got game actor Denzel Washington
Mo Better Blues
passes away at
actor,
296 years old.
Devil in a Blue Dress actor Denzel Washington. That's really good. Deja Vu actor Denzel
Jim
Washington.
Caviezel's best friend, Denzel Washington, passes away at 374.
No, he's not going. He's not going anytime soon, buddy. Denzel's my guy through and through. Jay, before we get out of here, we're going to test your war season knowledge based on the film we just reviewed, The Book of Eli. In a segment we like to call "It's an Honor to Get Nominated."
And
You
we
already
reviewed it
and
thoroughly and specifically.
much like last week when you revealed the fucking ending of this movie.
Yeah,
You
he's
revealed-
blind. And it was the Bible the whole time,
It was the Bible. Okay, it's so silly
but it was Braille.
that it has to be.
More like the Braille Bowl.
Can you tell everyone what you sent me, like the GIF before we
there
got
was a
on here?
meme that someone made of the Book of Eli where it was what the Bible would actually look like if it was in Braille, which is like 4 feet long. And then it said something along the lines of, "Hey, can you read me the Bible in Braille?" And then there was a picture of Denzel Washington that said, "That's all right. I'll just memorize it." Which he did in the film.
Can I
Eli.
also say, as the skeptic, and I think you're gonna be a skeptic too on it.
Mhm.
Did he actually give him the real answer, like the real version?
What if he did like part of it was one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish?
Yeah, like what if it was like, well, no, what if it was like, I mean, you're having to then trust a human being, a man, for
Interesting.
telling that again.
I think that might have been
and-
how the Bible was made in the first place.
exactly,
Hmm.
and that's kind of interesting. That like, yeah, he's pure of heart and pure of
It is
soul, but it's
presented
also-
as a purely
like he's just got it
virtuosic.
all down. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like, yeah, but isn't that kind of dangerous too? Anyway, it's kind of me thinking there out loud.
I think it's nice and clean.
I think, though, to be fair, it's a little okay. Around the same time was like Shutter Island too, because like also everything had to have a twist because it's Christopher Nolan,
Yep.
right?
And M.
And M.
Night.
Night. I was just gonna say, and M. Night too. And this one completely just doesn't make any fucking sense. Then you watch a movie like Shutter Island. It comes out, I think, the same year or around this time.
It doesn't make any sense only because he was just looking people straight
in the eye
and shooting them.
I'm
from
telling you, the
3
opening of the
yards away.
door, when he grabs the tray, everything, I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. It's so,
It's a little bit of a Stevie Wonder situation.
oh my God, it's stupid. It is beyond stupid. And it kind of, did it work for you in the moment the first time you saw it? Or did you think it was dumb then too?
Oh, I remembered thinking the movie was stupid even when I was 18.
Okay. So
years
you
old.
you never had to, you never had it around. Okay.
No, I was never like, whoa,
Whoa.
what a. It
Well,
wasn't
I
like
don't know.
It wasn't like when I watched Memento for the first time.
Oh, okay. Or The Prestige.
The Prestige. That one blew my mind. That one
That-
baked my noodle.
Talk about a movie that, regardless of now knowing the twist, you don't care because the movie's so fucking good. And that's what can kill a twist. It's like the movie has to be good.
We should do Nolan.
You think we should?
Let's do him. Come on. He's got a movie coming out next year.
Yeah, we can talk about it. We can talk about it. All right, we'll talk about it. Yes, it was not nominated for any Academy Awards. We're not going to nominate it for any Academy Awards. It doesn't really deserve anything.
Nope.
So we might as well just jump to rankings.
Yeah, let's do it.
Jay, the Hughes Brothers, we did 4 films over the course
We
of
did.
4 weeks. I think that we
All of
might
their
have
films
same.
as a duo. I think we will almost definitely have the same.
Okay, go 4-1.
Number 4, From Hell.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Moore's favorite film.
Hmm.
My number three is Dead Presidents, which maybe you'll have it too. My number two is the Book of Eli, and my number one with a bullet, biggest gap between one and two we've ever had on this podcast, Menace to Society.
Is that correct? Absolutely. For sure. For sure.
Off the top of my head, it is absolutely true.
Okay.
And I would bet money without having everything in front of me that that is the case.
I think you might be right. I'm not gonna argue with you. I think you're pretty close. If it's not, it's one of the biggest margins
Mm-hmm.
we've ever had. My number four is From Hell. My number three is the Book of Eli.
All right, we got a flip in there.
Yeah. My number two is Dead Presidents, and my number one is like it's Menace to Society. It's not even fucking close. You know, it's not even close.
Better than the original.
Better than the original what?
Menace One Society.
Oh, just Menace Society?
Mm-hmm.
Still think that was an elite joke on my part a couple weeks ago.
Commenters did not agree.
They did not. They were pretty pissed. And they can get over it. Jay, that's the Hughes Brothers.
That's the Hughes Brothers.
I was still
It's the end of the podcast. We're ending it now.
No, we still got more to do. We still got another series to close out the year.
Oh,
Yeah. Do you want to tell the fine listeners what our next series is going to be?
we're getting. There are some series where I am fully scared of sounding like an absolute dolt and a dullard, and this is going to be one of those. We're covering Claire Denis. I can't believe it. We're doing it. We're going out on a limb and covering a French auteurist of the highest order
To end our year.
to end our year.
We're giving ourselves a challenge at the end of 2025. And we're going to do about 6 to 7 episodes. We haven't decided on just about how many. You'll know by the time we do the first episode what we actually have. But we're really excited about doing Claire Denis, a filmmaker that I've seen her new film this year already, actually, and one that I genuinely think is a fascinating director to talk about. Just what she does with the form is absolutely incredible. So we will be back next week talking about chocolate. That's going to be our first
Chocolat.
as
But not that one.
Not that one. See, you're gonna get people confused out there.
We've had enough depth.
We've had enough depth today. But Jay, I'm excited to do Claire Denis with you, buddy. It's gonna be a great series to end the year.
Can't wait. That's one I'm definitely going to be reading some books on so that I don't sound like a complete idiot. So
That's
excited.
that's fair. Jay, can you tell everybody where they can find you and all your work and a recommendation of the week, buddy?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Mr. J Ledbetter. Find any writing I'm doing over at the great website awardswatch.com. And as for a recommendation of the week, I've been doing a lot of rewatches. I'm trying to think, is that what I want to go for? Spooky season brought on some great kind of spooky watches. I'll recommend Zodiac. What the hell? It's a masterpiece. We watched that one. I've been on a real David Fincher kick a little bit. My top 4 on Letterboxd is the last 4 films I've rated 5 stars, and I currently have 7, Gone Girl, and Zodiac all in my top 4. So been on a bit of a Fincher kick. My wife loves David Fincher as well, which has been a real revelation.
Is she a Mank defender?
I don't think she's seen Mank. She did see 7 for the first time and was like, oh my God.
Did you watch The Killer with her?
Have not watched The Killer. No, all that we watched recently was 7, Gone Girl, and Zodiac, which are all 5-star films. Gone Girl is quickly rising up the Fincher rankings and becoming just a movie that I will put on at absolutely any time. It rules so hard. And then Zodiac is probably David Fincher's best movie. So I guess what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
my recommendation for the week is the films of David Fincher.
Okay.
Check him out.
Just a chill guy. You excited about his new film?
I am fascinated about the existence of his new film.
The Adventures of Cliff Booth.
There's nothing else like it.
There's nothing else like it. If a movie called The Odyssey and a movie from Steven Spielberg weren't coming out, it would be my most anticipated film of next year. So it's top three next year for me.
I anticipate it more than the Odyssey.
What? The fuck is
You
wrong
know,
with
I've
you?
got my, you know,
What? You have your
I just
what
don't know
about?
if that's not the thing I would want. I want him to make next. It's probably going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome, and then you're going to be like, I was wrong. I
I'm
know
not
you.
saying it's not anticipated for me, but Fincher,
You did this.
Fincher is
You
more my
do
guy
this.
than Nolan
You do
is.
this to yourself. You know things are going to be good, and you put
I'm
this.
not saying it's not going to be good. I'm just saying I look forward more to a David Fincher film than a Christopher Nolan film.
That's fair. You can just say that.
That's all I'm saying.
You can just say
That's
that.
all I said. And
You don't have to tear down your
I wasn't
anticipation of the
tearing
Odyssey.
anybody down.
You're better than that. You're better
Fincher,
than
I'm
that.
building Fincher up, not
You're better
tearing
than
Nolan
that.
down.
You're better than that. Well, you're a Nolan boy now. You're technically a Nolan boy
I'm
now.
in
You
the
can't.
hive for
You're
sure.
you're in the fan club. Like you love Tenet.
But
If
Fincher
you're-
is more Fincher is more my guy. And
If you
as
look-
every time
yeah.
I watch a Fincher movie, I'm just like, this dude,
I don't give
nobody does it better.
but I need him to make. I need him physical media of some.
I would
making
love for
The
his
Killer.
movies to be in movie theaters again.
Yeah, I would love it.
I saw The Killer in a theater.
I saw The Killer there in the theater, and then I watched it on the platform. I'm like, these movies look completely different. The compression on
I
those
still liked
is
it
rough.
on Netflix though. Great film.
It is a fucking hilarious film, hilarious movie. I love that man. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, Blue Sky, Ryan McQuade 77. You can find me at awardswatch.com. If you like other podcasts we do here, you can listen to the main show that releases on Monday. iTunes, Spotify, 5-star reviews, please. We greatly appreciate that. While you're over on the website, sign up for the newsletter where you can get all the shows like this and all the reviews and tons of interviews we're going to be doing over the season and all the award stuff, all the predictions, everything you want. Newsletter, sign up for it. Recommendation of the week. Oh man, that's so tough. There's a lot of good stuff coming out. It's that time of the year, buddy, where all the good stuff's going to be coming out.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna recommend something just yet because I'm gonna save some for upcoming episodes. I was just coming off the tail end of spooky season, and the wife and I were watching a lot of films, a lot of horror films, and we did a double feature. And I know you're not a fan of one of these films, but just go with me. I watched The Shining, Stanley Kubrick's
Masterpiece.
masterpiece.
Oh, you watched
Why-
Doctor Sleep.
Why was it sitting at 3.5 on Letterboxd? I don't know why.
Wait, you had The Shining at a 3.5?
I don't know why. I'm willing to confess I had no idea when
Wow.
I put that or why I put that. I'm an idiot. It's 5 stars easily. And yes, we watched Doctor Sleep. We watched the director's cut of that.
It's one thing I like quite a lot about that film.
It's Rebecca Ferguson.
That hat.
That hat kind of rocks, doesn't it, buddy?
That's a movie I want to watch again. I just remember it being so damn long.
Well, you watched
And then
the
there's
direct.
the extended version.
That's what we watched. Now, I will say, I actually think it's like the last thing Mike Flanagan like ever needs to direct ever, because like now everything that he's trying to do in all these other movies, especially even in like Life of Chuck, he kind of nails it in here in this universe with Danny. I actually think it's kind of a very good, interesting film on how to build nostalgia and expand upon the ideas of The Shine and what King was doing in the sequel book. I think it's actually really good. And yes, taking out your personal opinions, Jay, I think Rebecca Ferguson's absolutely fucking great in this movie. I think
she is the best part of the movie by far.
I think McGregor's very good too. I think an actor. I think we kind of underrate McGregor. I really like Doctor Sleep. It's not The Shining. It's not even close, but it is a great like
That's the Flanagan thing, though.
it's a great companion,
like-
I think, to it. Like it's I find myself kind of getting really just emotional about sort of the idea of death and the idea of protecting those that have something special inside of them, and these people sort of trying to like destroy it and steal and prey upon it. It's honestly also too a very interesting movie in juxtaposition for a movie like Sinners to come out, because I kind of saw a lot of the similarities between Rose the Hat and what Jack O'Connell's character is kind of doing in that too. Kind of like same symbolism too, a little bit. I think Sinners is a way better film, but just a very, very good film. It's like Flanagan's like probably the best film he's ever done. I think like the best thing he's ever done is the miniseries Midnight Mass, which kind of also touches a lot upon the same things in Doctor Sleep. But The Shining is an all time film from Kubrick, and I just seen Barry Lyndon in L.A.
On a Kubrick kick.
And yeah, I'm on kind of a Kubrick kick, and I kind of liked it. Hey, guy's kind of good at his job. Yeah, so The Shining, Doctor Sleep, if you want to do that double feature, I think you'll be highly rewarded in that endeavor. So, Jay, that's going to do it for this week's show. We'll be back next week. We'll be talking about Chocolat.
Chocolat. Not that one.
Not that one, but the Claire Denis one. Thank you all so much for listening, and we'll see you all next time.